Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents Say What? And as always, you know that this episode is brought to you by two individuals. One is Nickel Wise. Nickel Wise for all your scares, no prayers, and you can't share shit. Nickel Wise will scare you and your family, and I can't do nothing about that. Also, it's brought to you by the droid stealing baby baby face grabbing. What you gonna call him? Just a space pimp? I had to be careful with that because you know what I mean.
Dangerous territory there.
Wifey is watching.
Monetized, man. We just got the pimp in the building, the space pimp himself in the building. But anyway, you know what time it is. It's that time of the day, that time of the evening. Say what? We gonna dive in and we gonna have this discussion because we got plenty to talk about, and I know y'all ready. Let's go. Hello, y'all. How y'all doing? Now, if I sound kind of weird and congested, it's because I got a bit of a cold, man. My trainer just decided it was a smart idea after I got out to sauna yesterday and was on the treadmill and did the cardio that we go outside for a little bit. It was kind of cold yesterday. It was real cold. So now it's just kind of setting into my chest. But you know what? Your boy's a trooper. He's going to be all right. And it's the news today. We got some news to bring, and we got some things to talk about. So I wasn't going to miss the show. We got a couple players, some pimps. We got some overseas pimps. We got some pimps that can't really say he's a pimp because his pimpstress is watching. So, you know, she chin checks him. So anyway, we're going to dive in, man. I'm so ready. I know you guys are ready. Shout out to everybody out there who make this channel incredible. Also at the top, if you haven't already, membership is open for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. So if you haven't already become a member of the channel, some great perks, a couple of things coming up. So you want to actually stay tuned and be a part of this journey, man. And thank you for everybody who has become a part of this journey and has been riding with me from day one. This small little channel, this small little group that I have going on right here. But hey, it's been entertaining and this is what we do. But I'm so glad y'all are here. So let's dive on in. And I know y'all want to know who's behind the scenes. So we have to do the introduction. Will, you ready?
Oh,
Will,
yeah, dude, we got this. Hold on.
we got this. Will, you ready? First up,
bro.
we got 1/6 Fix, Marco in the building. Now, Marco, literally, is Gigi watching tonight, bro? Is she watching tonight?
Gigi is always watching. She's got
She's
to count
always watching.
every penny that I'm spending.
Count every penny. And she's hoping that he's not going to say much. And quite frankly, I can't help that, Gigi. Sorry. We got Marco.
I'm on thin ice ever since the Joker rooted 2-pack. She's not been happy with me.
Okay. Sorry about that, brother, but we got you in the building. We're so happy to have you. Next up, we got, come on, man, brother cousins, space pimp, daddy cousin, all day. The babyface assassin. The baby oil is probably in there somewhere, and he's flexing, and he is flexing all day, every day. So we got, you know what it is, baby oil in hand, my man, brother cousins. Next up, we got Mr. Will Foxification, who just magically grew some hair.
It's under the hat the whole time, bro.
It was
Come on
under the
now.
hat the entire time. Like, yo, hot off the press with some hair, but yes, we got Will Foxification wearing the hat.
I can't get it on now. It's too much hair.
Like straight up out of nowhere, man. Wow, that was incredible. But we are glad to have you here, brother. Next up, we got Killer Cam. Now, come on, man. Cam in the building.
Thank you, man.
He was like, listen, I'm just going to
cut it off, bro. Cut it off. Had to go.
He had
about
it
that time.
It's about that time. It's about that time.
I'm about to ask Will for a wig. Let me get a wig.
I need a wig, bro. It's real.
Email, send it to me. Send it to me.
Doctor to say it. But yes, we got you here, bro. So glad to have you here tonight, man. We got a lot to talk about and so glad to have you on board. My man, Cam's Collection. Next up, we got, you know who he is. You know who he is. You know you love him. My man Shane from 1/6 Figure Focus. Staying focused, trying to, I don't know what you're doing with Grogu, but Come on, man. He's just a kid. He's just a 50-year-old kid. You can't give him that, bro. You can't give him that.
He's going to be up all night.
Cut it out. You got some coffee in hand. He's ready to go. Next up, we got one half of the Wonder Twins in the building. He decided to come through because he has a lot that he wants to talk about. He's so happy. He was happy. He was so happy that he jumped on. It was like, yeah, I'm going to talk about this. But he got on and talked this ish last night. He's going to talk some more ish tonight. My man, Raleigh Reviews in the building. Thank you for coming through.
Of course.
Guys.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Always.
What panel, man? I mean, we got an amazing panel tonight, man. This show's gonna be incredible tonight, man. We got some stuff to talk about. I know everybody out there who's watching the show tonight, they want us to jump in too. But I can't jump in and talk about this without addressing everybody out there in the chat real quick. You know we got to do this. We got my man, my mellow, Malika Mabane is in the building. Thank you for coming through, my guy. You know, brother cousins out there floating around there with the new logo. We're gonna talk about that logo too, bro, because you ain't telling me that new logo. Anyway, we got and you and Cam got new logos, man. Anyway, we got Charlie the Unicorn in the building. We got Mike Fiella. We got Ashley Chase in the building. William Owens is here. JB Collections is actually here. So my Infinity Thor and Cap for 400 today. Woo! That's that is what I'm talking about.
You get an applause.
You get an applause on that one. Sky Dream in the building. Rins Talentino. My man Docinator said, Foxy Feet's in the building.
Me, bro. That's me. That's me. I know my name.
Toe Bar in the building. Bloodsport. Philip the Fool. We got Angel in the building. Thank you for coming through. We got my lady, Latoya T is in the building. Thank you for coming through, baby. We got Amir Naziyamazadi in the building. I hope I said that right. He's going to kill me. Marco Polo is in the building. SB, my man Sean Beam is in the building. We got Peter Pacheco. Who else we got? Brandon Salad is in the building. Man, we got a lot of people coming through tonight. We got Mary Sullivan. We got the Docinator, of course. Let's see who else we got. Trevor Weeds in the building. Thank you for coming through. Uncommon Flex. Universal Keys is here. Charlie the Unicorn. Who else we got? K Carter 215 is in the building. Mr. McPickle is here as well. We got DT Artman is in the building. Ulf Skywalker is actually here as well. Anthony Carapace is in the building. Who else we got out there? Nicholas Goltra is in the building. Man, Two Ferns is here. Calvin Williams is here. Superhero Displays is here. Windman 42 is in here. My guy Cody Franklin is actually here. Nicholas Goltra. I already said that. Let's see who else we got. Superhero Displays, of course. Who's that? Hugo Boss 5150s in the building. SpongeBob Square Bows is in the building. Thank you for being here. Primetime Reviews, and that's it, man. Listen, we got a lot to go over tonight, man. And I think we might as well. I think it's time that we kind of address the elephant in the room first. I think we do that first and foremost, man, because that needs some addressing. And I'm pretty sure y'all are here tonight for that. And
this is Will's OnlyFans, right?
Yeah,
bro. That's at the end of the show, Marco. We got to tease it for the end.
Yeah, we'll
I show my
that.
feet at the end.
Oh, please don't. Please don't. Please
Not
don't.
at the beginning, because people will all just stop watching if I show them.
Please don't do
like,
it.
come on.
Yeah, tease them.
Yeah, tease them. I'll show a little nail, but that's it.
Better not. Better not.
We gonna Leo kick
let's
me
just
off.
jump in. We're gonna talk about this right off the
They
top.
set me up
Now,
for Leo. It's my fault.
I know they did. We're gonna talk about this right off the top. Listen, so last night I was creating the thumbnail, just going through creating a thumbnail for today's show. Got a couple buzzers. People hit me up, sent me messages. Yo, did you see what dropped? Did you see what was revealed? I was like, no. And then I checked. And I saw it was Electro. And I was like, yes. They were like, you happy? I was like, it's okay. He was like, why? I said, because they like play tricks on us. Examples. Shazam. Examples. Poe Dameron. Examples. The classic suit Loki that they teased and never dropped. So there are so many examples as to why I am very skeptical about this right now. And I'm not jumping for joy like everybody else. It's because Hot Toys likes to play games. And I don't know if they are going to actually come through. But there are some interesting things about this suit that I see so far. And it looks good, at least on paper. So we're going to have this conversation about this tonight. I'm going to start with the guy that was the most excited last night. I mean, he was so excited. He jumped in and was like, yeah, y'all knew I was going to go live tonight, motherfucker. He just went on quick. I was like, damn, you ain't even give me a chance to put up a thumbnail. He is already going up. But yes, my man, Riley, bro. I know you were extremely happy about this. You and the other one, the twin, were super duper happy about this piece, bro. Where's your level now that you had time all night to kind of calm down and woosah, where are you sitting tonight, man? Where you sitting with this tonight, man?
Dude, I was just I'm still excited personally, but in general, I think that this will come to fruition. In my opinion, I really think they are going to do it because it's just too much money. I think it's going to sell well, but I love the way it looks. And a lot of people talked about the jointed arms being single bend. Yeah. But I mean, that's a little annoying, but for this figure, I'm fine with it because like, I'm not going to do anything wacky and crazy with an Electro figure. Like it'll usually have straight arm poses. And I think it needed to have the jointed arms because at the end of the day, it'd probably start to deteriorate if you have it bending without it. Yeah. But no, this got me really excited. It got me and KG hyped because I mean, I think that they're hopefully tonight or later tonight, we'll see a pre-order because if they don't, then I'll start to worry because I know Lyle, he's thinking they're not going to do it. If they don't do it tonight, then I'd start to get a little worried for sure because usually when they do these teases like Gilgamesh, they showed it the night before and then the night after they dropped the pre-order. So if they don't do it by tonight or tomorrow night, then I'd start to be a little, okay, this might be a problem. But in general, it looks amazing from the half of its head sculpt. Like I feel like they're already going to kill it with the head sculpt personally, but you can never know. Maybe they'll mess up the eyes because you pretty much got the whole sculpt almost there. Yeah. And I'm still hyped over it. This Electro, he was like one of my standout villains in the whole film. I think he killed it. He was, I think he stole the show villain wise, other than Green Goblin. But I needed this in my collection. I really hope the pre-order comes out tonight. That's all I'll say about it.
Yeah. The one thing that I noticed about this, and certain similarities and why I'm not mad at the simple fact that it's, jointed the way it is. Okay, so Whiplash. This sort of is similar to Whiplash. Aesthetics. You know what I mean?
Yes.
From the harness to cabling and everything. Only thing the difference, is the effects, of course. And though I'm excited about it, again, I just have to temper that. And it was a lot of people a couple things that was floating around. Hashtag Hot Toys is not racist. Hey, listen, I'm not saying that they're racist. I'm just saying that they're picky. And I think that there are certain things that are suspect, but I believe it when I see it. I believe it when I see it when it comes to this piece. And the thing is, I mean, I have to be reserved, and I think most of us do because we've been goated so many times with stuff like this. Focus, what do you think? I mean, what's your take on this release? Like, how are you excited about it? Like, where are you sitting with it?
Yeah, you're going to see it, and I think you're going to believe it too, man. I since I saw the movie, I did think they were going to make this because of the whiplash factor, because of the fact they already have a Jamie Foxx, even though Jamie Foxx is significantly, he's older now, and he's not blue anymore, so like they if you just assume these similarities, they have all the tech already, and they have a version of a head sculpt. Now I do hope they do obviously announce, and I do hope that they go back and resculpt and make it better, like so I'm more accurate to what he looks like in this movie. But just the kind of the arc reactor, it's kind of Iron Man-esque as well. Like I think they have a lot of the kind of engineering already done. Like so, And I don't think you're going to see the joints underneath all that cabling as much. It's not going to be like what's Peacemaker, like where they just stand out. I do think, I know you're trying to temper your expectation. I totally get that, but I think this is definitely going to be announced properly for pre-order. And yeah, I'm just going to wait to see what the head sculpt looks like, because hopefully they nail that. And because I do think that they did Whiplash very well, the kind of circuitry, and it's very similar. You have that kind of harness and some sort of an arc reactor, and then all the kind of effects. See, if you look at the effects, if you look at those effects and then compare it to the Whiplash that they released in 2020, it's the same material. Like, it's definitely the same. It looks very similar anyway. So yeah, I do think, you can probably allow yourself to be a little bit excited. I know that they definitely tease, and that list is a long list, but no, I think you're safe enough with this. I do think they're going to drop this. It's not what you wanted to hear, man.
I mean, no. I'm gonna. I can only, like I said, I can only live through you guys at the moment, and hope that something like this would happen. But it's just that, I don't know. They get you excited and they just let you down sometimes. So we'll see how it rocks. Cam, my guy Cam, bro, what you think about this, bro?
I think it's great, bro. I got really excited because I had mentioned this in one of my reviews for the Mysterio, and I was saying that I hope and I pray, and I feel like Hot Toys watched my review and heard it, my prayer. That I was hoping that they would make the Jamie Foxx Electro from No Way Home. Yeah. And I feel like the engineering on this thing, like you said, is very, very similar to Whiplash. And it seems like Hot Toys is doing things that they can easily engineer without having to do too much, just like the K2, It feels like, it's different, but it's similar at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I definitely feel like this is something that's definitely going to come out. I don't know how soon, but I'm definitely sure that they're going to drop this for sure, though.
Yeah. And the thing is, if with the body itself, all they had to do was a repaint with the body and then the sculpt.
Right.
Because everything else was there.
Yeah. And I'm excited to see if they're going to actually add that like star electric crown face mask.
Looks like it.
It looks like he's wearing it. Yeah. So I think that'd be super dope. But I'm just concerned about how much lighting is actually going to be on the figure. You know how Whiplash, we only got that center Stark reactor in the center that lit up, and then a little bit in the back. So that's the only thing I'm concerned about. But other than that, I think it's going to be a great addition if they actually do drop it, though.
Yeah, I don't know. It is. I gotta wait and see. I definitely gotta wait and see.
Another vulture.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like it is one of those. Real quick, we got a couple super chats before I jump over to you, Will, which is appropriate. Will's fan club here tonight, $4.99.
Okay, Will.
There it is again, bro.
It's always Wednesdays.
It's always Wednesday, bro.
It's always Wednesdays.
Hey, I got one fan. One fan. That's it.
$1.79. Thank you for coming through with that superhero chats. Like, man, listen.
My one solo fan. I'm so proud.
One solo fan.
It's Will's only fan.
Hey!
That was a good one.
You get an applause, Shane.
That's right. Yeah. Man, it's early in the morning here, but I'm trying.
Yes, you're doing good, man. Off to a good start today.
Will, what you think, bro?
Dude, I'm mostly with the consensus here, layout. I think this is gonna get made. I do. Like, I think, for one, it's a Spider-Man villain. I think it's from a film that greatly, really exceeded everyone's expectation. Everyone expected it to do really well, but the fact that it did so well in COVID times is really pretty remarkable. The fact that it got pretty close to $2 billion in a COVID market is pretty damn impressive. When you're looking at like Shang-Chi and Eternals getting like 500 million. So, I mean, this movie outproduced those films by like 3 or 4 times almost. So that's pretty impressive. So I think Hot Toys notices that. They see the market for all of these characters. So I think I've always stood by that. I think they're going to probably make all of them except for Lizard and Sandman. I don't think those two are getting made. I don't think there's enough demand for them, despite maybe what the hardcore fans might say. I think Electro, though, is a different story because, for one, it's Jamie Foxx. He's not blue this time, and he actually has a really cool outfit. And he was great in the film, like Riley said. So I think he was really good in the film. He has a cool look. You guys are right. He's very similar to Whiplash in appearance. But I understand why they did the jointed arms. it's just an unfortunate reality I think that they have to deal with, because if you make it seamless, there's going to probably be stains from the strap, and then you're going to have like a bunch of different stuff. If you want to pose them at all, it's not going to work. Like maybe with some of the gear on and with the seamless, it just doesn't work. So I don't know. I think they were just pretty much put in a position where like we probably can't do seamless well here. So I think it's just kind of unfortunate, but then you can pose them and do whatever you want. Maybe you could lower the strap a little bit and put it over the joint or something. You might be able to do something like that. It might not be exactly screen accurate, but it might make you, sleep a little bit better at night, not seeing those joints. Right. So I think that would be good, but I think this gets made, and they could very well Shazam us, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to put this up for pre-order soon. I think they're going to do it. So yeah. And I'm surprised they're actually doing all the villains before they're doing like Toby and Andrew, and they're doing the final Tom Holland suit. They haven't even done that. But that final suit, you don't even necessarily have to give us a head sculpt, really. I mean, you could just put the suit out and call it a movie promo or whatever and throw it out there and people would buy it. But I don't know, man. I think this looks pretty cool. I really like what I'm seeing. The head sculpt, the teeth maybe a little bit. Like, I don't know. I'm a little, like, it's hard to say because I can't really see the full sculpt, but the teeth make me a little nervous. Like, I don't know. Something about the mouth looks a little off for Jamie Foxx, but I can't see the eyes, so I don't really know yet. I don't know how it's going to look in totality with the sculpt, but I do see something looks a little off to me. But I mean, you're probably going to get lightning effects like you did with Whiplash. You're going to get a cool outfit. It's mostly fabric. You can pose them however you want. So I think this is going to be a win for people. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm confident.
Okay. I mean, I hate to be that person. I'm sorry.
No, you have the right, Lyle. They've done it in the past, so
hey, I just hate to be that person, bro.
Several times.
I just think it's different with Spider-Man. It's just a different IP.
Yeah.
I mean,
we thought it was different with Loki too, right?
Yeah, but Loki's not Spider-Man. As much as I love Loki,
True.
Yeah.
But I mean, they just made themselves look foolish by basically releasing a prototype photo of that classic suit Loki and not to do it just because you wanted to spite another company, and that company called you bluff and said, yeah, we're still doing it. You know what I mean?
So they still might do it. They still might do it. It's hard to say. But.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Brother Cousins, what you think, man? Because it was funny though, because I was looking at this, I was like, I kind of like Brother Cousins.
Always Brother Cousins, that's cool.
Brother Cousins head sculpt. They've been watching the show. It's like, yo, Brother Cousins. I'm just gonna use that prototype. But what you think, man?
That's funny. I could use a 1/6 scale. Another one. I already got the Lando one. Anyway,
there you go.
So Leia, I feel you.
Yeah.
I do. I feel you because they duped us so many times. I mean, Valkyrie, you brought up Shazam, what's her name? The other girl from Guardians of the Galaxy, with the chick with the antenna.
Mantis.
Mantis. Yeah. They and where are those figures? They're in the graveyard. So I think I'm with the rest of the panel. Well, I'm thinking that they're going to make this because No Way Home was so big. This is going to be their endgame line, their new endgame line. Yeah. Which brings up somewhat of a caveat. You're not going to see this. It's going to get made. They're going to drop a pre-order and everything for you to pre-order. But this is going to be the new Gamora. You're not going to see the new Gamora, new Drax. You ain't going to see it until maybe 2 years from now when the movie is like, what? Oh, yeah, I remember No Way Home when they all came in. We'll be probably watching an X-Men movie, a Marvel X-Men movie by the time this drops. So you're going to be waiting for a while. But it's going to get made, and we're going to get it. They made a Jamie Foxx figure before, and that figure set around like shit. I remember going to Universal Studios like after maybe 3 years after the movie was out, and that figure was like just droves of them just sitting around in Universal Studios where you could just buy them. It was so many of them. So because they made it before, I mean, they already have the license with Jamie Foxx. I'm sure Jamie, game for it. So it's going to be made. It's definitely going to be made. But I'm actually surprised that they announced this before they announced Toby and Andrew. That's what I'm like, really, I can't. But they did tell us that they were going to do villains. And that was confirmed by by Hot Toys directly. So they're giving us the villain. I really think if they don't do this one and they do the other two and they don't do this one, that's kind of like, all right, you really showing your hand. You really are,
Right.
It's it's no, if they don't, it's no longer.
It's gonna be a bad look. Yeah.
Very bad look.
Yeah.
Very bad look.
Yeah.
So yeah, but with all that being said, I think it's going to be made.
Mhm.
It's going to be made for several reasons. Because of that one, the second thing is, if you're looking at the joints, I'm looking at some of these parts. The thing is, the electricity effects look like something that it looks like the same stuff they use for Miles Morales, the same stuff we've seen for Force Lightning. I want to see some innovation. I want to see like some LED light up function.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get that because this looks like a figure that they're going to make and they want to get out of the door. It's going to be made very quick, kind of like CW Flash. Like they made it, but it's like, all right, take it here, and they didn't put. It was good, but they didn't put all their heart into it. I think that's what we're going to get, which is kind of still insulting, but we'll have it. I think we're going to get it. It's going to look great. The head sculpt, all the money is going to go into the head sculpt and all those straps and everything on the suit, but you're going to get basic articulation. You're not going to get any innovation. And that's, like I said, that's kind of disappointing, but we are going to get it, but it's going to be a wait. So.
Yeah. I think it's going to be it's going to be one of those things. It's like a catch-22. Yeah, we're going to release it. The pre-orders is up, but okay, you'll get it at this particular time. Or again, we may not see it in general. Who knows? We just got to wait and actually see. My man, Marco, bro, what you think, man?
Yeah, so I definitely share the skepticism. Number one, that this figure will be made, right? Like this one seems like rife for third parties to hop in on because Jamie Foxx is such a popular artist, right? So it could just be a signal like, hey, stay away. We're going to do this eventually, knowing that they kind of take their sweet time. So a bit skeptical there. And then also them not showing the head sculpt gets me worried because, we already saw it with Doc Ock where the final, pictures, I mean, not the final, but, the pictures they showed us ended up not looking great once we saw the whole thing. Yeah. And I'm sure they'll get that one right. I'm sure they'll get this one right if they make it eventually. But I have a hard time like getting excited for this one because this is one that maybe 2 months ago I was hyped for. You give it to me then, you would have had my money. But I think, I'm kind of sharing brother cousin sentiment where like I need some innovation nowadays. Now that I know that there's other companies, vying for my money, I'm like even more selective now. So like give me an LED light up base. Don't make me choose the jointed arms or the seamless. Like give me both. Find a way to give me both. Yeah. And I think things like that would get me excited on this figure. That being said, it is Jamie Foxx, so I'm hoping that they do drop it, and I'm sure this is one that I'll eventually get. But yeah, it definitely seems like a bit. It could go either way, to be honest. But I do hear Will's point that this movie was so successful, they're probably going to give us anything and everything that they can with it. So yeah, we'll see. I think they will make it, but they might take their sweet time on it.
Yeah, I think they will. I think they're going to take a lot of time on it. But again, it's like first, you'll have me partially there when the pre-order goes up. Once I see that, then I'll be cool. Once I see some of those earlier, phototype photos, I'll do that. Give me the prototypes and I'm good. I'm all in with you.
Right.
So at least I can see the head sculpt, examine it a bit. We can see just the mechanics, if everything matches up well. And then I'm good. And I said it before, like they give the top three, the big three, then it would make sense. Yeah. Sandman, definitely don't think we'll see. Yeah. Lizard, there's a chance, but I don't think they're gonna. There's a chance, but then there's not a chance in hell, to be quite honest. So it's a double-edged type of situation because they can do it. They have the body to do it. They can use Venom to do that. But will they do it? I don't think so. I think it's mainly they're gearing it towards the characters who had the most screen time, and out of all three of them, it was Jamie Foxx. It was the Green Goblin and Doc Ock. It was those. It's those three that actually had the most screen time out of the villains. So, of course, it would make sense. But I don't know. I'm a bit skeptical because it's like they do this to us often. That they'll reveal something like this and it gets us hype. That's I was probably the only one that wasn't really big on Shazam when they released it. I really didn't care. But when you show us that classic suit and when you show us Poe Dameron, I'm like, yo, come on, man. Like, really? And you don't do it. It's like, all right, it is what it is. So now it's like that cry wolf type of situation. Whereas you could put something up and try to bait me, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I believe it when I see it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I see it for right now anyway. But who knows? That can all change. We just got to kind of wait and see and how things kind of add up. Everybody out in the chat, tell me what you think. I'm pretty sure that everybody was super hype about it because there was a lot of people messaging back and forth. There were a lot of people in the chats. There were a lot of people talking about it. So no, we'll definitely see. I mean, I hope it's going to be a good one. I'll just put it to you that way. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm gonna jump out there and I'm gonna say that it's gonna come with a Sandman base.
That'd be cool.
Nice. Because I think what the other two villains have already come with deluxe packs themselves, like a regular and a deluxe pack. So, I mean, what else would you give him?
I mean, one thing I will say is I don't like how they do like these teaser things. Personally, like I think that they should just always make pre-orders. Like I don't like how they do these photos and just like take another day because like what's the point? You might as well just do the pre-order. Personally, that makes it more hype.
Yeah,
that's
I agree. I definitely agree, man. I agree. Moving on though, I just want to talk about this real quick because I'm super hype right now. And you know what it is. It's Wednesday. And I'm hype because we got a new Disney Plus series, baby.
Oh, yeah.
And that Disney Plus series is none other than my guy, Moon Knight, bro. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm not going to spoil it for everybody out there. If you haven't seen it, it is what it is. But check it out. This was probably, in my opinion, the single best first episode Marvel. I'm talking about the first episode Disney Plus Marvel episode out of any other series that we've seen so far. Literally. Agreed. It was phenomenal, bro.
I agree.
And anybody out there, anybody, you or anybody out in Hollywood or whatever, anybody that doubts Oscar Isaac as an actor, you're fooled and you're foolish because this man killed it. He gave me everything that I wanted, and the cut scenes and back and forth. And again, we're not going to spoil it, but man, if as a first episode, Joe, they killed this. They literally killed it. Will, did you see it yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, because I was working all day and I'd go straight to my parents. I have not got a chance to watch it.
Brother Cousins, did you see it yet?
I saw it. Loved it. And I agree with you. I definitely agree. And when I was watching it, I was saying that I was like, this is riveting. And I'll be honest with you. I seen Moon Knight in the comics a lot. I read comic books with him in it, but I don't know too much about Moon Knight. So I'm in it for the ride. This is great. This is like me being like a new fan. I'm like, wow, I don't know anything about this. And how it's just in its own little, it's good. It's the best. Yeah, I agree. It's the best first episode of a Marvel TV series.
It's definitely the best first episode of a Marvel TV series. Cam, did you watch it yet?
Yeah, I watched it twice.
No,
seriously. So I watched it once early this morning, and then my wife was like, "Did you watch it yet?" And I was like, "No." And then we like watched together. So I'm watching the second time, like, "What? Oh my god,
what's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Who is this guy?" So yeah, it was great, man. I'm excited to see where it goes. Honestly,
yeah. Like, I mean, here's the thing. For those who don't know about, Moon Knight and just the lore behind it, there's a lot. This is a totally it's not the same iteration from the books. This is from the later version. It's not like his first introduction into the Marvel universe with Werewolf by Night, stuff like that. It's not that iteration because Mark Spector, and his character itself has taken on, literally taken on so many different changes in the book, from being a man of mystery, more of a an agent, to now basically having that dissociative, what do they call it? The what is it called? Is it the dissociative personality?
Split personality
type or whatever.
Yeah.
So they've switched it to now this. Now they did this in the books first, so we're seeing a taste of that. But boy, yo, I'm telling you, like literally, seeing Khonshu on camera, hearing the voice in his head, hearing the, bro, it was phenomenal. Like I loved every single bit of it, and this is the reason why I am now this. I'm confident that we're getting a hot toy out of this.
I need it.
Soon.
I need it.
Yeah,
real soon.
That would be crazy.
We're getting this real soon. I am super confident that we're actually going to get this. Riley, did you see it yet?
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, dude, I saw it, dude. It was awesome, dude.
Yeah,
funnily enough, I was watching it with KG, so I watched it because we were up. I was like, hey, let's just put it on. But dude, no, this episode was awesome. I agree. It's the best Disney Plus opener. And personally, like out of like any show in a long time, I've never been more interested to see episode 2, like ever.
Yeah.
The second, I just I want more.
Yeah.
Because and if they do a hot toy, they need to do the head sculpt. 100%. We need an Oscar Isaac head sculpt, so they can't pass up on that. And dude, no, I'm not going to talk spoilers, but I think the first episode kind of blew me out of the water because personally, like Brother Cousins has said, I really I know nothing of this character at all. So and the fact that I got that interested in it, that just says something, man. Oscar Isaac, he's a great actor, like you've said, he's amazing. I can't wait to see episode 2, and I need that Moon Knight figure. That's gonna be sick.
Hell yeah! Like it literally blew me away. That they did this.
It's nothing like any MCU show like I've ever seen. It didn't even. I feel like I was watching it like not an MCU show. Like I feel like I was watching something else. It was weird, but I liked it.
Yeah.
Because it was like MCU, but it was a bit darker, but not too dark. You know what I'm saying? It was like still like right in the middle.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was, man. and it gave me the feels. It gave me everything that I basically needed from an episode. And, you know, again, even Ethan Hawke killed it. Like even him, he killed it. Like it just like, I watched it. So me and Toya watched it this morning and she fell asleep. Now I came, she fell asleep. And so I was like, all right, let me just watch it again. You know, I came back from the gym right before I, started with the clients again. And I was going to watch it. But she's like, are you watching Moon Knight again? Because I was like, man, when she says that, I'm not going to get a chance to watch this until later. Like literally. So I was like, let me just turn it off. And I just won't, watch it for right now. But yeah, man, like I'm so excited that number one, we have, and then the simple fact that we have this and this is going to go, listen, we have this and it's going to lead right into after this Obi-Wan, bro. Like literally, like to have this and knowing that we have that next phase coming, bro. I'm so excited, man. I'm excited about it. It's exciting.
Crazy year for movies and TV.
Hell yeah. Focus, did you see it yet?
I did, yeah. I did.
And what did you think, brother?
I'm still laughing at Cam. I watched it twice. Oh man, we've all done that. No, I didn't watch that. Oh God, that's shocking.
Yeah, right.
That brilliant top drawer stuff. And the people in the chat, like, if you thought that was funny, you should really hit the like button. I watched
hit that like button. We got 137 people watching right now. Make sure you hit the like button, man. Please do.
I watched this. Like total transparency, I've watched all the Marvel TV shows, but look, they're entertaining at the time, but I haven't gone back and rewatched any of them. And for me, that's kind of a bad sign. Like, whereas I'll go back and rewatch like Civil War or like Winter Soldier or Iron Man, like over and over and over, and it just doesn't. I still enjoy them, but with the Marvel TV shows, I just haven't.
It's a different level of commitment too, though, right? Like jumping into a TV show versus a movie, right?
But like if I like something like the Mandalorian 1 and 2, like I don't think I know Disney, like, have your subscription, you're allowed to rewatch them, and I'm pretty sure they won't let me watch it again. Like, but with this, I was totally confused. And I really liked that it wasn't predictable. Again, no spoilers, but his acting is fantastic. And I just felt like, what is going on? And it kept me entertained. Like, you can't watch this with your phone. Like, I'd be good to put my phone in another room from watching it, but this is, I thought it was really, really good. Yeah.
And the thing is,
next week.
I love that's the thing. Here's the thing. What I love about it is that you don't yet know what's going on because it's shrouded in mystery yet.
Right.
And even me, being a comic head and reading the books, knowing a lot about Moon Knight, I'm just pacing it to see, because there's so many different iterations that can appear at any given time. Yeah. So it's just waiting to see what phase and what we're going to actually get from him, who's, what personality is going to take over, because we see that, his main personality, which is Mark Spector. Everybody thinks that this is his main personality. It's not. Right. It's Mark. Right. So, Mark is hiding himself for a specific reason. You know what I mean? And that's going to be interesting to kind of find out, how that goes. So I can't wait to see it. Marco, did you see it? Did you watch it?
Oh, heck yeah. I had to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm so afraid of spoilers. I got to get on MCU content right away. Right?
How to watch it, Will? Come on.
I know. I'm going to try to watch it tonight.
Will plays too much, man.
I know, bro.
I bet you if somebody said Loki was in the first episode, he would have watched it.
Oh, Loki's in it.
First minute.
All right. I'm out. Loki's in it.
If somebody said,
I'm going to go watch it.
If they'd have been like, yo, Loki was in that joint, he was like, yeah,
yeah.
He'd probably hit me up at like 3 o'clock.
When the first episode of Loki dropped, like, you watch it, like, yeah, bro. I'm like, Cam, twice.
Yeah, 5 times.
Yeah. 5 times, baby.
Yeah, man. But
yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
we're getting a hot toy out of this, though. But
100%. Yeah. And Oscar Isaac was such an inspired choice for this, right? Like,
yes.
When I saw the trailer and I heard his accent, it was like very off-putting to me. It was kind of like the first time I heard Shane speak. I was like, "What's going on here?" Like, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah,
with
subtitles. With subtitles.
That's right. But no, it's cool to know like there's a rationale behind it, and his acting was like incredible.
Yeah.
And I think we have to get a hot toy. He's a hot toy collector, right? Like he's got a
hell
whole
yeah.
collection.
Yeah,
he's a hardcore collector, bro.
So the fact that they already played him one time with his Poe figure, like they got to give him this.
They got to do
it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
They got to give him this. They got to atone. They'd be like, you know what? Listen, we're making up for the mistakes that we made before.
That's right.
You know what I mean, with that Poe figure. But then again, it's like, if I was Oscar, I'd ask myself, do I even want a Poe figure after that? Not his performance, but just the movie itself.
Yeah, being so
you don't want your figure just having, a sustainable shelf life, not in the hands of individuals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he has more of a chance for this to be like one of those things where, people was like, I gotta have it, because it looks aesthetically great. So yeah, I'm like, I'm on it.
Yeah. He's probably trying to figure out how many damn roles as a Disney character does he have to get before he gets it.
Right?
Like one more,
three.
Three
They
is
made
3 the
one.
number.
Yeah,
They made one.
Lucky number 3?
Yeah.
I think they actually made one. Ares has it.
Oh, does he?
Oh no!
If only.
He has this Poe Dameron that he shows, and like it's like a joke, and it's like it's kind of really like doesn't look like him, but it's.
I saw that.
They go. It's one of his figures that he's like. He says one of his least favorite, but it's really funny. Like it's a joke he shows every now and then, but it doesn't look like Poe Dameron. That's the
it
joke.
looks nothing like it at all. But
And I guess
it's really funny.
The last thing I would just say on the topic is I'm like Riley. Once the episode ended, I was like, okay, give me the next one. Like I need it now.
Yep.
And so I think that's a sign of a great show to kind of keep you wanting more. So excited to see where this is going.
Yeah, that was a great sign to see, basically. And it's like, you got to have it, and you're so vested in it. I was so vested in that first episode. I was like, they're taking it to place where I wanted to go. So I couldn't. I'm just excited about it. We got a $5 super chat by Superhero Displays. Thank you for coming through, man. Thanks very much for that, bro. Always showing your support, man. I love it. We got another $5 super chat. Great acting, great source material. Makes a big difference. Oscar Isaac is the real deal. I can't tell next week. Listen. Yeah, he killed this, bro. He nailed it. We got a $2 super chat. Great acting and great source material always. Yes, it is, Tobar. And then Louis Labitz, what's up, everyone? How was Moon Knight not a film? Yeah, exactly. Right. It should have been a film.
Yes.
Like it literally should have been a film.
Yeah.
Because that's what this first episode felt like, a film.
Yeah.
Like they held nothing back. Like it looks so phenomenal. Just the dialect, just his play with the other characters. And also the emotion, just the emotion and bro. You know what I mean?
No,
so
100%. And the
Don't you
music.
think,
I love the music.
Oh,
Yeah.
killer. But like WandaVision, doesn't this kind of play really well as a TV show? Because you can kind of let the mystery unfold. You can speculate kind of in between weeks. So for me, it works really well, I think, so far.
It gives it, so it's just one of those things where as much as I would love to see it as a film, I don't think that, I think 6 episodes is enough to basically for us to get the meat of each individual character,
right?
And the different personalities. Whereas the movie might gloss over certain things. You know what I mean? And you may not get what you want from it. And I would hate to see them, you know, just not apply the amount of pressure and amount of screen time for, you know, the amount of characters that are here, and also just his personality. I would need that. You know what I mean? So definitely don't play me with that, man. You can't do that. Definitely can't do that. So here's to next week. I can't wait. Like, I wish they would have gave us like the first 2 episodes, but I'm glad they paced it out. They didn't.
I know.
I'm glad they didn't. I'm like,
when the screen went black, I was like, oh my God.
Right.
I know, but it was the episodes are pretty lengthy. So it was like,
yeah.
It did feel pretty long.
Yeah. It's what, 6 episodes?
Yeah.
So you're getting one.
And if they're that long, yeah.
So
I love it, bro. Yeah. Definitely love it. Next up though, let's talk about this piece here, man. Because I didn't get a chance to really talk about it. Let's talk about this piece, man. We got the Clone Wars Maul, and it was kind of met with some mixed feelings from a lot of people, man. Like, it really was. With me, I don't care because it's Maul and I'm gonna have it, but it did come with like a lot of mixed feelings with this particular figure, man. Like, and they did something that I really didn't think they would. I thought they would improve, and they didn't. But we'll talk about that in a minute, though. But yeah, hey, I'll have it. It's on its way. It says Tuesday, but I'm guessing it'll probably be here either Sunday or Monday. So we'll see how that's going to actually end up. But brother Cousins, bro, you getting this piece, man?
I thought about it. If I get it, honestly, it will be just a review and then probably pass on. And the reason why is I don't want to go too deep into the Clone Wars because I mainly collect like the Star Wars OT and Mandalorian and a lot of other stuff. But with Clone Wars, I just wanted to dib and dabble. So Ahsoka, Captain Rex, a few of the 501st, I'm good. I still am in love with my with the first Maul. What was that? DX17, DX19? Yeah, I'm still in love with that. That's my Maul. I wish I was able to get the solo Maul because I love those robotic legs. But this one right here, it's cool, but I'm seeing a lot of, and I think that's why it was kind of met with a little bit of meh from the community because some of the parts are, I think that head sculpt is reused.
It is.
And the outfit is cool. I mean, I like the fact that you can take the tunic and all that off, and you can see all those tattoos, and that's great. And I know some people probably a little butthurt about the joints, but I mean, Maul is dynamic. You want him to do those spins and stuff like that. So you gotta those joints. You don't want those joints. You know, seamless joints wasn't a way to go with this. So I understood why they did that. But it's a little. I'm not impressed, honestly. I'm not. It's a good figure. I think for the people that don't have them all, definitely, you know, if you can get it because the other 2 are sold out. But nah, it's just not for me.
Okay. I got you. Wild Card Willie, it's always interesting to have a conversation with you, brother. When it comes to stuff like this. But what you thinking?
Dude, I don't like this at all. I'm so sorry, man. But I'm like harsher than Brother Cousins on this one. Like, because I really love Darth Maul too, Layout. You know I do, but I haven't really watched Clone Wars. I mean, when he has the cloak outfit on, it's not as bad. But when he's shirtless, man, I don't know, man. He looks like a Hasbro toy. Like he looks bad. I don't know. Like, but if you keep the cloak on him, it's fine. So maybe they couldn't find a way to do both in a way that looked natural. Maybe if they made his chest and arms a little bit bigger, like he looks too poofy in the outfit. So I don't know. But when you have him like this, it's not so bad. But it's pretty much exactly the Solo head sculpt. They took the Solo head sculpt and just put it on this body, which has always been that. It's not like they changed it last minute. But I don't know, man. Like I said, I haven't watched Clone Wars really, but there's nothing about this outfit that would scream to me that I would need to get this one if I already had one of the other 2. If I already had Solo Maul or if I had Phantom Menace Maul, it's not like I would flock to this one. If I was a huge Clone Wars fan like you, Leo, I can get it and I can understand it. And there's a lot of those out there. There's a lot of big Clone Wars fans out there. But for me, man, I just feel like they half-assed this personally. This to me doesn't look like Hot Toys quality. Like it looks like very rushed out there.
Yeah.
Maybe they just thought people didn't care about it, or maybe they were rushed and didn't care about it. I don't know, but I don't know, man. Nothing about this figure looks Hot Toys exceptional to me. Like I don't know. There's nothing about it that like I'm like, okay, like it's not really for me, but this looks incredible. That's an incredible head sculpt. Like I mean, it's a solo one, it's fine, but you know, when I look at the body and the tattoos and the arms and the joints, I'm like, no, it ain't
Like
doing
it's
it
not,
for
it's
me.
not, it's not speaking out. It's not.
No, like
here's the
Hot
thing
Toys is
is,
supposed to be like the goat of realism. They're supposed to be like the ultimate quality. And this, man, when I'm looking at this, I'm just like, this looks like
it's
this
just not
doesn't look like
talking to you.
them. Yeah, it doesn't look
Yeah,
like
it's
Hot
not
Toys
talking
quality
to
to
you.
me personally.
I got you.
That's
I
me.
feel you, brother. I feel you, brother. And the thing is I can agree. It's you know, it's not. I mean, easily on the low spectrum as far as Maul is concerned. But I know what I'm going for with the figure. And like I said, I mean, I'll probably keep the hood on. I'm not going to go, you know, strictly with the same iteration. I know what I want to do with it, and I think it's going to look spectacular once I get it done.
Yeah. And Leo, only one thing, sorry to me interrupt you. The only one thing I do want to add is when he doesn't have the cloak on, his neck is way too long. Like,
I noticed that.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you have a picture of that, Leo, but if you see a shot of him, like, yeah, like what, like that, like it just.
I was laughing.
It's like a giraffe.
Like it just looks, it just looks. The whole thing just looks like.
You know
really
what? Honestly,
but I think you can tilt the head down.
Maybe,
and you can make it
yeah.
look a lot better.
You
That's what
can
I've
push
heard.
the head down further. The photographer didn't do that with this.
Maybe that's
Like
what
the
it was.
head goes down further. Like you can push it literally down further than this.
I don't know how I
And he
didn't
never did
notice
it.
that. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
can
know.
noticeably see it. Yeah.
Yeah,
See, that looks better at that angle, but
Yeah, with
his neck
that
looks
JC
long.
Penney stock background.
True, they are doing that a lot.
Bro,
They are
I
doing
hate
the,
when they're
the
doing this,
Boscov's
man.
photos. Yeah,
Yeah, like they keep doing that, man. They need to stop. Like, come on, man. He's not taking a school picture, like straight up.
he is today.
Yeah,
See, that's
I don't
not bad,
like
Leo.
it.
Like with the cloak on. If you put the
Yeah.
cloak on him, not so bad. But you have to almost like cover him up to make him look good.
This is probably
So-
why
Oh,
how
yeah.
I'll have him.
You're right.
How I'll actually have him is this way.
Mhm.
With the cloak on. With the hood on for a specific reason, because I just think it's dope. Yeah, this right here is definitely unsightly to me when it comes to. I mean, they made him really, really small.
Yeah.
And I just think that it wasn't enough attention to detail. But anyway, it is what it is. Cam, what you think about it, brother?
You gave that eye look. You
Cam's
looked right
with
in the
me, bro.
camera.
You're with me, Cam.
You know me, man. I'm Marvel all the way, and
Yeah.
you know, all the other figures that you guys have been talking about for the last couple weeks have been dropping, like the Ahsoka, even the KX Enforcer. I've been like, you know what? Maybe I want to get into Star Wars. But when I look at this, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Don't worry about it.
Sobers you right up, man.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, what was I thinking? What the hell?
Yeah.
Especially,
I think
mean,
yeah, they shouldn't have, because if you look at this right here, bro, that doesn't even look. If I saw somebody like that, it's like somebody cosplaying as Maul, bro.
It's
Right.
like he needs some milk. That's what it looks
Yeah.
like.
He needs a
Help
protein
something,
shake,
Help
bro.
him.
He
Help
looks like
him.
me.
I mean, right here it looks better. You see the bulk, you see everything, because
right,
again,
right.
it looks better. And this is
Yeah,
how
get the
I'll
guns out.
probably have him. I'm
Right.
not going to have him, without his shirt.
Right.
Yeah,
It's just not going to be something that I need. To see, look at that, man. It doesn't. I think it was a waste of what they could have actually done.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And I was under the impression that they were actually going to give us a different head sculpt. I was like, you know what? They got time to do it, but I just think they just said, "F it, we'll just do this." You know what I mean? And that's basically what
But
they did.
that kind of seems
Yeah.
like the pattern, though. I'm sorry, bro.
No,
That
what you
seems
gonna
like
say?
it seems like the pattern now. You know what I'm saying? They're putting out stuff that's like easy for them to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're
Like,
so backed up they
They're
have
like,
to, right?
yeah, they're like, oh, KX Enforcer. Oh, that's just like K2. Let's go and drop it. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, Whiplash, Electro, boom, we can drop that too. So it's like
Mm.
they're trying to bump out whatever they got in the back room. You know? So
It does mean that it's coming though.
yeah, that's
On the
true.
upside.
That is true. So you will see it though. So
Yeah. I guess, like I said, there's certain photos that look good. Like that looks okay. From that angle, it looks okay. It does come with the purrs, like with with the eyes, you can, move back and forth. So I like that aspect of it. But again, it's just like we know they could have done better. Like they literally could have done better. So I don't know. Riley, what you think, brother?
Dude, I'm very conflicted. That's all I'll say, because I'm a diehard. I love Clone Wars, and Clone Wars is what made me personally fall in love with Maul. Because personally, before I always thought Maul was really cool, but I think Clone Wars, like, he really shines in that show.
It took you there, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like I need this in my collection, but at the same time, I agree with what Will is saying. There's so many problems with this figure that just makes me want to steer the other way, which it sucks, because like you said, they had so much potential with this that I don't know, man. First of all, yeah, I did post it on the Facebook somewhere. I was like, the neck, it looks way too long. It looks like a problem. And a lot of people are like, oh, you're not one of those guys complaining about stuff like this, but I'm like, it's a problem.
It's true
to me.
It's
the
truth.
truth. Yeah.
But I think here's the thing, though, and again, I will say, because I saw how you can push the neck. It's supposed to, because the thing is, it's magnetic. So it's not on a peg. Is this a magnetic? And I love that. I love the simple fact that you have that option. But again, it's just one of those situations where I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking, in a sense, with this look. You could have made him a bit bulkier, man. Come on, man. Like, straight up. But
looks way too skinny.
Yeah, they were going to that. It looks extremely skinny, but it is what it is. But Marco, you getting this piece, man?
Yeah, I'm not getting this one. I think this is by far the weakest Maul they've produced to date. And and I guess I'm not as negative on the release, because I think, like, in hand, it's going to look pretty sweet, right? It does have its flaws. Like, definitely the head sculpt being reused, the body being too skinny. But overall, I think, like, it's a pretty sweet package. And I'm a big Maul fan. So I think, like, it's definitely worthwhile if you don't have a Maul, or if you need all the Mauls, then it's definitely still one to add to the collection. But I think, as I was saying earlier, with there being competition for, my dollars, Hot Toy putting out just an okay figure isn't good enough anymore, right? Like, they got to have a banger, unless it's like a character that I really need. Like, they've got to step it up, and they've got to, fix these little flaws to make it a must-have figure. Because there's too much competition for your money out there. So yeah, it's unfortunately will be a pass for me, but I'm hoping that some folks are picking this up and then unloading that solo Darth Maul, so I can maybe catch him on the cheap.
See, I have the solo Maul. I have the the DX. I have and this one, because I'm a Maul fan, and I want to basically just complete those those stack of figures, whatever. So I got it. Of course, the matchup with Ahsoka, and to recreate that scene, because I thought it was awesome.
That's gonna be fire to do that too.
Yeah, I just want to see what I'm gonna do with it. But again, I'm leaving the hood on, because I think it just looks more menacing in a sense with it. He looks better, with it. Like, this looks crazy. I love that. So they should have just stuck with that. But yeah, we have to see. Everybody out in the chat, man, tell me what y'all think about this piece, man. If it's something that draws your interest. I know there's a few people out there that may be getting it. I know some are. We got a 99 cents super sticker from thank you for that, lady.
Nice.
Doing that. That's very nice. Now, this is the part of the show where what's up?
Can I just give my opinion on this, or?
Oh, did you? I thought I talked to you. I'm so sorry.
No.
I am so sorry.
Next segment.
I'm so sorry, bro.
it
was everybody was such a Debbie Downer except for me. I was like, what?
You wanted to move on. You wanted to move on.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I'll just move on, because nobody really likes getting this piece. But yeah, go ahead, man.
It's more of a question or general wondering. Well, first of all, Marco is talking absolute sense there, because us is kind of one figure per DTOF type of guy. You can't be dropping money on an okay figure and then taking up with DTOF space. Am I right, Marco?
That's right. You got to be choosy.
No, you got to earn that spot. You got to earn that spot. Look, I'm working my way through Clone Wars, but I don't collect Clone Wars. I agree with most of what Brother Cousins and Will Foxification. They just took the words out of my mouth. Now, I do have a question. Why is he topless?
Because
does that happen? Does he do a strip tease?
No.
He's got an OnlyFans too.
In an episode, he did do that, but it was a previous episode.
So is there a topless scene in Clone Wars or something?
Yeah.
Not this season.
Was it Clone Wars or no? No, not this season. Yeah,
not this
season. It was in the burning ship or whatever. He was kind of standing there or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
It was in another season.
Yeah,
I got you. So I can understand why they did that now. But I'm surprised. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I'm surprised no one has actually said this is not Darth Maul. This is Darth Small. Do you know what I mean? Any takers? I genuinely.
You're on a roll, Shane.
I know, right? He's up early.
You're killing
the
it.
day off, right?
But what I'm looking at is like this guy is like, obviously, people, we all come in different shapes and sizes and stuff like that. But this guy he looks like that kind of guy who talks about going to the gym and walks around with a protein shake, doesn't actually lift anything. Do you know what I
I
mean?
feel attacked right now.
That's Will. That's Will right there.
Never, Riley. Get out of here. It's all about the gun show, baby.
Maybe it's years of using the force and getting lazy. I don't know, but like he looks great with the hood up, but yeah, it's not for me. Sorry, Lael. I'm done.
Hey, listen. Here's the thing. I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell you on it. Pretty much. Watch. Once you see what I'm gonna do with it, you're gonna be like, well,
yeah,
it might be a possibility. There might be hope for him. Watch, you'll see. So just wait out a little bit. Again, I'm gonna have that hood on for a specific reason, and I think it'll look good. I was inspired by something, so I was like, why not? Why not just basically try it? So we'll see. We'll definitely see how it goes, man. Again, we got 156 people out there. Hit that like button if you haven't already.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. And plus, I'm a sucker for Star Wars figures, so you know what it is. I can't help it. That's just my jam. Right. We have Marvel fans. I'm a Star Wars fan. I am a Marvel fan as well, but Star Wars is just who I am. That's embedded in my DNA. It's that part of the show where I have to turn it over to Will on this one because I'm gonna let him do the talking since he's the most excited about this piece. So, Will,
we know what this is.
What it is. I wonder what is it.
Take it away, Will.
Labels?
Yeah, boy. Hey, the crowd goes wild. It's Loki. Dude. Leo, thanks so much, man. This is my segment for the evening. I'm going to say, guys, this is a Queen Studios quarter scale Loki statue. It has rooted hair, which I believe they said is sheep's wool, something like that. And then it also has real leather. It has actually a base that lights up. It has a lot of cool stuff. The sculpt is incredible. This thing retails for, I think, $11.40. You can't get it. It's not licensed in the U.S. technically. It's licensed in other countries and areas and things like that, but it's not licensed in the U.S. So if you're going to get it, you got to get it from a retailer like Spec Fiction, which is where I got it from, and it's out there. So they haven't announced an edition size yet. I'm assuming it's based on the number of pre-orders they get. There's no window that they've announced, so I'm assuming they're just going to keep it rolling and make however many pre-orders they get. So I don't think you have to jump on it immediately, but I damn sure did because I knew that I was going to get this thing day one. I went full Carlos on this one. I full paid on this one. So because I knew.
Big baller. Okay.
Dude, this thing is beautiful, man. I think you're probably going to have to do a little futzing with the hair when you get it. But the fact that they made it rooted hair, like, dude, this thing is incredible. And I also like, Lael, the fact that they did Avengers Loki, but they didn't do King Loki. Because everyone's done that. No one's really done this look, which is what he was in like 80% of the film. So like 80% of the film, he was in this attire, which is pretty similar, but it's not quite King Loki. It's no cape. It's a little bit different. Dude, Lael, tell me that's not freaking awesome, dude. Like that sculpt is not 100, but I'd say it's like a 90, like 90, 95. Yeah. Good enough to make you like, they got the smirk down. They got the, just devious nature of Loki down, bro. Even the pose, it's kind of, museum character pose-esque, but dude, the materials they use, it is $11.40. So some people are a little skeptical on the price for a quarter scale, but I can just tell you that's just the way things are going, especially considering it's real leather and rooted hair and all that kind of stuff. They haven't said if the scepters lights up. It didn't say in the product description. So the base lights up. I don't know if the scepter does, but I mean, I can just tell you Balder was $1,200 and he's fully sculpted. So, I mean, the fact that this statue is $11.40 is really not unusual for the market. If anything, it's probably low. So, I can just tell people, like Revan layout, Revan was fully sculpted and he was like this price.
Yeah.
So he didn't even have a light up saber. So, I mean, I think Queen Studios prices very fairly. And I think, dude, the light up base, man, come on now. This piece is banging, dude. And like, John threw me a bone on this one, clearly. Because they lay out, bro, they had that whole list of statues and Loki was somewhere in the middle there and they threw Loki out there first. He's coming out but he's coming out in a while. It's Q3 of next year. So he's quite a while. He's quite a ways away. Like a year and a half. So, but I'm interested to hear what everyone else thinks because I think this is an absolute grail. Like this is why I didn't get the bus layout because I thought one day they're going to make a quarter scale. This is one of the most collectibles I've anticipated ever. because you know how much I love Loki, and I've never seen a good Loki statue like really capture him, right? Like there was that Sideshow premium format, and it was okay, it was solid, but they're good for its time. But when you look at this, man, this is like a hot toy in quarter scale, like maybe even better because it's rooted hair. So I just think it's a grail. I think if you love Loki, this is the best Loki collectible I've ever seen personally. Maybe besides the bust, but the bust is like $4,000. So. Anyway, sorry, man. I was excited.
You got it. Oh man.
It's beautiful, bro. You don't like it?
Listen, I'm happy for you, Will.
If anyone says anything bad about Loki, bro,
I'm happy for you.
No,
Will.
He sucks.
You get the buzzer, bro. You get the buzzer.
Come on.
I'm definitely happy for you, Will.
Thanks, man.
Not a piece for me. Definitely not. And it's again, it's a statue. You know that it looks this well. It looks well enough. This actually looks better than, you know, I will say it looks better than the actual figure, but I'm gravitating towards the figure more because it's posable and I know what I want to do with it. The base is amazing. Don't get me wrong. I love it. There are certain angles, you know, I love the way that looks, you know, just from the side. But there are angles like from the head, like this right here. I don't know this. I don't know if it's the jawline for me a little bit off slightly. Yeah, like
I don't know what it is, but I know what you're saying. Like I don't know what it is, but it's not all there. I don't know what it is though.
I think it's most the way there. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
like right here, I can see it. So right there, I basically
that angle's perfect.
It.
Yeah,
right
that's
here
good too.
It's
good.
good.
That's pretty good.
It's good, but I think it was just. Let me bring this back here. I think it was this one. It's the jawline somewhere around there that, you know, and it could just be angled because of the actual picture or how they've taken it.
Right.
I don't know. It just like sometimes it looks like him, and then other times it just looks, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it looks softer in some pictures and dead on in others. But nah, I mean, other than that, like the rooted is great. You know, using leather material, leather fabric, that's decent. I love that. You know, that they decided to do it. That means that you'll have definite longevity with this figure. I mean, with this statue. You know what I mean? So, I'll pass number one because I don't feel like shelling out 11 whatever on anything else, man. Like straight up, I just don't. You know what I mean? I already have two statues that, you know, I'm paying off. Well, one paid off and one that's, you know, coming. So you already know what time it is. You know what that one is. So, you know, okay. Once I get that Queen Studio Wonder Woman's bro, that Wonder Woman that statue, I'm all in. I'll probably do like videos every day on that piece. But yeah, this is a pass for me. But it you know, I'm happy for you. It's interesting to hear what everybody else thinks.
They all love it. You can tell.
It looks great. We love it.
The silence says volumes.
So talkative about it. So we love it.
They're all just like, let Will keep talking about it.
Can I just say though that I wish I could get excited over anything in my life as excited as I've seen Will over the statue. Like, it makes me feel bad about myself that I can't get that hyped.
Dude, you'll get there, Marco. Just got to be the right piece. Well, Lael, right. When they drop a Scarlet Witch with rooted hair, Lael's going to be like what I am right now.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Lael isn't getting this. It is quarter scale.
He is a quarter scale man at this point.
It is quarter scale.
I am not a quarter scale man.
I love the way Will actually put the green U in the background because he knew he was talking about Loki tonight.
Yeah, Shane gets it. He's on a roll.
I'm observing these things. I'm observing.
You have like that green
very
U in the
observant
background.
tonight.
I'm taking it all in.
I try to be themed,
Brother Cousins, man, what you think about this, bro? Is this piece that you going to get in your weapon
You know what? I really like this. This is one of these. See, I'm not a statue guy right now. I'm getting there. I'm really getting there with all this good work from Queen Studios but this is hard to pass up. I really like this. I really like it. That damn bass sets it off. It really does.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
and I mean that bass is amazing. It lights up. It looks good. I'm hoping that scepter lights up because that would just be that'll just give you even more. It's just those little nuances just add to the presence of it. Leo, I'm with you with the head sculpt. When I looked at it, I was looking at the video. Nice video,
thanks,
by the
man.
way.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man. Appreciate it.
When I looked at it, I thought the chin was just a little too narrow. It kind of reminded me of like almost like and I don't mean this in a negative way, but almost like a caricature of the figure, but not exactly the lifelike. But it is lifelike. You get that hyper realistic look, like especially like in this picture right here, like that looks like Tom Hiddleston. But when you go down to the chin, it's just a little too narrow. They just went in a little too much. They just pull out just a little bit more. Pulled it in a little bit more. I think it'd be there. The hair is amazing. That Queen Studios. That's what's really getting me with Queen Studios.
They excel with that, bro.
Oh my God, the hair is. They have hairstylists on deck, and you can see it. It ain't nothing that they just stapled on. It was like, here you go. No, that's a hairstylist that did that, and it looks phenomenal. The leather goods. I mean, like you said, it's a. I would understand anybody spending $1,100, $1,200 on this piece, because it's going to be something that's going to last the test of time. Am I going to get it? I don't know. I'm a big Marvel collector, big MCU collector. It looks good. I'm not sure yet. You're
not 100% there yet.
I'm not, but it's very tempting, because right now, if I'm going to shell out thousands of dollars on a statue, I'm gonna say it again. It's going to be Queen Studios Wonder. It's going to be Queen Studios, or I'm sorry, the Infinity Studios Wonder Woman. That's what it's going to be. And I know that's sold out, and it's like a $4,000, $7,000 piece right now. I don't know, but this right here is good. It definitely is good. It may pull me in. I'm getting pulled in, but man, it looks good.
Definitely, man. I mean, we would definitely see. Real quick before I let you sell Marcos on this, Focus, what you think, man? Is this a piece that you can actually? Well, see, here I already know your answer, but I just want you to explain your answer.
Go for it. No, you can go for it if you want. I want to know what you think.
All right. So basically, you're a 1/6 scale collector. You collect figures of pose. Statue is just not your thing. You think it looks nice. You would want to see Will cosplay in it, but at the same time, just not your thing. Not something that you can see yourself getting. On top of that, the simple fact of where you live, how much it would actually cost to get that figure there, pricing, stuff like that. I'll
show myself out. It's been fun, guys.
Too predictable at this point.
No, but go ahead.
Basically, like, look, the cost thing is more like, if I have, I think we'll all agree, if you have a kind of emotional connection with the character and you just love, you will find the money, whether it's a payment plan or whatever, you'll save for it. So, but yeah, the customs also would be terrible on this. It's that we pretty much summed up. I just don't collect statues, but when I saw the photos of this during the week, the first person I thought about was Will, and I was like, oh, he's gonna love this. I think the base is great. I really like the outfit. I think the head sculpt is. Yeah, I think I'd agree with Will. It's probably 9 out of 10, and I would agree with Brother Cousins. I think it is the chin, which the only. But we're really nitpicking these. It looks great. Yeah, so
it looks great, and it could just be camera angles. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Really sure,
exactly.
Yeah. But it's there's no mistake. You can show that to someone who you can just show the head sculpt to someone, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's that actor, Tom Hiddleston." There's no question.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's a nice looking piece, and I'm happy for Will. Cam, did I talk to you already? Is this something that you
Man, it's garbage, bro. It's like, no, I'm joking. No. Will's like, what did you?
I'm out, bro. I'm out.
Give him the buzzer. Give him the buzzer, Will.
Yeah, he gets the buzzer. He gets the buzzer.
Yeah, sorry, man. No. I think it's thanks, man. Appreciate it. I think it's a great piece. Definitely something not for me. I know the people at home are like, man, you don't collect Star Wars or quarter scales. What the hell do you collect? So it's only 6 scales. So I think it's great. I think they did a great job with the base, the head sculpt. I agree with everybody here. Definitely 9 out of 10. There are some parts that look a little off, especially on the left side, but it might just be camera angles, like you said. But not for me, but whoever gets it is going to be really happy. So
edition size of 1.
There you go.
Definitely. Riley, what's up, bro? What you talking? What you thinking with this piece, man?
Dude, as soon as I saw this, I was like, I gotta message Will. I gotta tell him what he thinks of it. And then I just say, "What do you think of this, man?" He's just like, "Dopo, Grail, man. It's a Grail." He's like, "You getting it, dude? You getting it? You getting it?" I'm just like, "Dude, chill. Hold on a second. Like,
yeah,
let
I
me
know
think."
what you want, right?
Yeah. He knows I want a statue, but I don't think this is gonna be the one for me personally. I just don't have the connection yet personally. I love Loki, but not enough for a statue. And I think people who don't want this or is gonna pass it on due to the likeness, I don't think that's the problem to me. I think it's like a 9.5 or a 9. I don't think you should pass on it because it looks slightly off. I think you should still get it if you're a Loki fan.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looks amazing. And I love the base, how it looks like he's like standing on the platform. Like, it's really cool. I really like the base on this one. But like I said, I'm maybe getting the Batman one. We'll see. Will says this one's better than the Batman. He's trying to steer me the other way.
Easy, bro.
Of course he'd say that.
Yeah, exactly.
Look
I wonder
at that,
why
man.
he'd say
Look at that shot.
Get out of here,
You
man.
know Will would say that, bro.
Yeah, I know, but I
Great
can
base,
look at
though.
it from afar. It looks amazing, but it's gonna look amazing at Will's display. It's a grail. It's a grail. Yeah, it's a grail.
Hey, I can't wait to see what Will does with it. That's the thing.
Oh god,
He's going. I know he's going to do a day one unboxing video.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
dude. Lael's gonna be
Hell
on
yeah.
that. He already
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah,
He signed up
I'm
for
already
it.
there because he already signed me up. For
Yeah,
it,
I
so
signed you up, bro.
I
Without
don't
your
have a
permission.
choice. We have before I make you actually sell Marco on it. We have Leon Walker in here with a $5 super chat because I can't wait to see what Gigi says. We got a Leon Walker with a $5 super chat in here. I'm pretty sure Hot Toys Classic Loki will drop tonight.
Fingers
I don't know. We'll see. I don't think that's
I
going
don't
to
know
happen.
about that.
That's definitely not going to happen. I do not see that happening at all.
Nah.
But hell,
might get Electro before that.
yeah, definitely, man. We they're starting, but yeah, Will, I need you to sell Marco on this one, bro. Sully, go ahead, Sully, because he's trying to deny it, and I know Gigi's watching. I just want you to sell it.
Marco, GG, it's Loki. I rest my case.
Well said.
right?
That was
Thanks, bro.
perfect.
Hey, I'll give myself an applause.
What more do you need?
No, Marco's like, I really, dude, it just depends. Like, if you're a big Loki fan, then for sure, I think this is a must have, even though the Hot Toys figure is coming out, because this is a different outfit, technically. This is also, there's still Avengers. Like Riley said, the base, dude. Base is light up and awesome. The leather materials, the head sculpt. This is the best Loki head sculpt that's ever been made in statue or figure form. It's not perfect, but it's better than the Hot Toys or than any one they've done. It has rooted hair. The outfit's real leather, dude. If anyone's out there, like I said, looking for a Loki piece and they can afford this or want to pay this much, and you don't really care about posing it, you just care about presence, then dude, there's literally nothing better than this. Maybe that bust, but most people, that's out of most people's price range, I feel like. And it's also, he has no arms.
I'd rather get this than the bus personally.
Dude, me
for
too.
sure.
100%.
Yeah,
That's why I
same.
didn't get the bus, because I knew they were going to do this at some point. So that's 4 times as much too. So for me, I'm Marcos. I don't know how you feel, man, but I would say it just depends how much you love Loki. But insert any character, and Queen Studios is going to make them. I mean, Wanda for Lael. I'm just biding my time, waiting for see how Lael's going to respond to that.
That's one that's going to,
because I want to see him kind of go back and forth and see whether he's going to get it. So, but for me, this was easy. This is like one of my most anticipated collectibles ever. Like I've never really wanted too many statues or figures more than this one.
You know what's, and that was a great sales pitch, Will. And you know what's interesting now that I've taken the plunge on Queen Studios on the rooted Joker 2-pack. It's like now I can almost justify. This seems like a bargain compared to that.
Yeah,
like,
dude, that was $1,000. This is $100 more.
And Marco, was you just? I heard you were army building.
That's right.
He bought 3.
Tell the truth.
3 2-packs.
I did the same as Shane, and I did get a sculpted one as well. But we don't want to talk about
Wow.
that.
Did you really?
Not well, GG.
Wow.
Yeah, I was too undecided. I was like, I need a sculpted. I kind of want the rooted. I blame Riley, and I told her to go. I told
got him on that
Gigi
one.
go directly there. That's
This is
who
why
you
we're
blame.
friends, Marco.
I blame
This is
Riley
why
for a
we're
lot
friends.
of things.
We
So.
did, see Shane and I think very similarly here, but yeah. So I would just say, like, overall, like, this is a sweet piece. I love Loki. He's not like my main guy. I think I'm a little bit like Riley in that Prime 1 Batman statue is like, that's like getting me there to maybe take the plunge. But now, like, with that Wanda that's coming out, Lael, I might be with you there, where if she looks good enough, that might be one to get. At $1,100.
Getting it.
Right?
Lael's getting it. He's getting it. Come on.
So yeah,
He's quiet.
this is a great piece.
They might sell me on it, man. Like they literally might sell me on it. Just depends. Because there's one that I'm actually looking at right now. And it's just the classic version. I'm really, really, really anticipating. I think I'm actually gonna think about getting, which is the one at Sideshow, the premium format that they actually sell mixed media. But it's high up there on my list. So, but again, this is movie accurate. I might get this Wanda, especially if it looks good. I have to see how it looks first.
The likeness has to be on point, though, right? Like
yeah, bro, that's the biggest thing. The likeness has to be on point, man. It definitely has to be on point for me to really, really say that. Yeah, I'm going to pull that trigger. So we'll definitely have to see.
And I think this one's really close, right? Like I know everyone's touched on it, but it's like the pictures with the harsh lighting makes it seem a little bit more CG like. But then when you get it in a more like contained environment, it looks spot on. So.
Yeah, like if you look at these the blue lighting throws it off. The blue lighting throws off the sculpture, right? But you put it in like normal lighting, studio lighting, and it looks like a 10.
But I you know what? Like I know where they were going with the blue lighting though, because they kind of indicate they want you from the scene as well, but they also want you to remember that he is, basically a descendant of a frost giant. You know what I mean? So with that blue hue, it kind of
that base is sick.
Because you're right though, Leo. But in the scene though, it is blue. Like everything's blue. Because this is when he shows up in the first scene of the movie, and everything's blue. So yeah, but you're right, Leo. That is a good point.
Yeah, decent, bro. It's really, really decent. So definitely like it, man. But be interested to see everybody out there what y'all think. I'm happy for Will though, because I know he's excited about it. This is a piece he's been waiting for. And when you say, yo, I dropped the dime on it already, you know what I mean? And paid it off, that says a lot. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So, that's a flex.
That's a huge flex.
I went full Carlos, bro. I don't know how I feel. I canceled one of the Hot Toys, by the way, Leo.
Oh, what you canceled?
I had 2 Endgame Loki, so I canceled one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because I only needed one, and I'm getting this, so I was like,
wow, fake Loki fan.
Loki for Loki. That's not cool, bro.
I'll see myself out.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. So I don't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
You good on that, though. You good. So I mean, I knew you kind of would do something, but it makes sense.
I can't flex that hard.
It makes you.
Will's enabling me. Will's definitely enabling me. Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing because I know I'm getting this. I know I'm getting this, and I know Rowley is going to get this too. I know he is. I know he is. I know you are.
Oh yeah,
because Cam was the one who showed me first, or Cam basically he didn't intentionally show me.
Yeah. No. I sent it to you on purpose.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I know he's gonna get this drink because you was talking about it last time.
Yes. So Rowley.
Ooh,
I know you're getting this, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
I know you. 100%. 100%. Bro, come on, bro. You can't play me and say you are getting this, bro.
I need it. 100%. I need it. This is gonna look amazing. I love what Sideshows. I mean, we harp on them a lot, but with this line, how they're doing it, I'm really excited for it, honestly. And dude, if they do a Maul, like, oh my god, I need a Maul. Like with the animated head sculpt, that's gonna be crazy. They need to do that. They have so many other characters they can do. They can do Dooku. There's literally countless. And Ahsoka, of course, that'd be awesome. But I need this Yoda one. From the photo they showed, it looks amazing. I mean, people talk about Sideshow bodies. I mean, we'll just have to see. But this Yoda one looks awesome. I'm gonna get it for sure.
Yeah, bro. Cam, see the thing is, I can't find the actual photo of
photo?
it.
Hold on.
Where did you find the photo, bro?
So I found it on somebody posted it today. Hold on.
Scavengers posted on their Instagram.
I know. That's it. That's all it takes is one, and then it's like everywhere.
Yeah, because I couldn't find it, and I'm booted out of the Sideshow group, so I know they probably had it there, so I wouldn't see it. But there is a picture floating around of it. Even if you want to share it, I'll share it. Cam, if you pull it up, if you find it.
Okay, hold on. Let me matter of fact, because I can send it to you because I don't even have.
You send it, yeah. Just put it in the messenger and I'll pull it up.
It's so weird seeing the animated. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah, I just sent it to you in your messenger. Yeah, your messenger.
Okay, cool. So yeah, let me see here.
I sent to your Facebook message.
Yeah, I just pulled it up just now, man. Let me see here. Yeah, here we go. Come on. Yeah. So it looks pretty good, bro. It
looks solid.
Yeah, I think they did a good job.
It definitely looks solid. As far as how they did this. It looks straight up. Here's the thing: it's like, look, Sideshow. If you can do something like this, then just continue. You know what I mean? Don't try to come out of your wheelhouse. Like, this looks good. This actually looks like the Clone Wars version. You know what I mean? That is, which gives me hope, because that means if they're giving us the Clone Wars Yoda, we'll definitely get the Clone Wars Ahsoka. We'll possibly get the Clone Wars Mace Windu. We'll probably get Dooku.
Man.
You know what I mean? Like,
so sick.
Hell yeah, bro. If they go down that line, then I'm definitely,
bro. If they give me a Savage, oh my god.
Oh man, if they give us they
do a Fisto.
Oh my dude.
If they did all of them, if they did,
they should just go straight through. Just go straight through.
Yeah, if they give us Kiadi Mundi, but if they give us all of them, I'm in. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I think this is interesting to see, but I'm all in on it, man. I mean, I could not.
I know Will's getting this. Will, you're buying this, right?
Dopo, baby. Grail.
Yeah, Grail. There you go.
It's already ordered.
Careful
it's not
with
even
that
for
word.
pre-order yet, but I ordered it.
I know. I was like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a no-brainer for me. But it's just like I said. I mean, Sideshow is just trying to remind you that, look, we're still out here somewhere. We're still alive somewhere. You know what I mean? We're still there, bro. Cuz, man, do you think what you think about this piece, bro?
Pass. Pass, man. No, I mean, I'm good with what Hot Toys is doing. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it that it looks exactly like, it's impressive. It is. It looks really good. I like what they're doing with this line. I like that they're doing something a little different, and they're actually giving us the way they look in the Clone Wars, the animated look. I'm digging it. I think it looks good, but it's no reason for me to get it, because it's like, if I have it and then I have the Star and then I have Hot Toys Clone Wars stuff, it's like it holds too much real estate in my collection. Because after you're gonna go deep with that line, you're gonna go deep with this one as well. So yeah, I don't need it, but it looks cool, and I'm happy for anybody else that wants it.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense, man. I don't know. I just think, like I said, if you're definitely a Clone Wars fan, it would be something that you could probably get away with, especially considering the simple fact that they are releasing that Clone Wars Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah.
And that's going to be crazy. So to kind of fit him with those figures,
it's going to look good.
Yeah, it's going to look good. It'd be definitely something that you could see in your collection, considering the simple fact that me and Riley, the only two on this panel.
It's gonna be us too. Yeah,
it's just us too. I don't even want to. I was going to.
Well, just skip the segment. Go to the next segment.
Yeah, I was, man. I'm just going to skip it because you know what I mean. These people aren't really, hip on it. Whatever.
You don't need that negativity in your life right now.
So,
no.
Do you know on that, Lael, on that, right?
Yes.
Like think about this. I like the way Sideshow are doing the animated look. They announced Obi-Wan, General Kenobi, and Anakin as well, correct? And these are all from the same line, yeah. So would this be the third one out of right? So I like the kind of angular animated look on it. All they need to do is nail the likeness and make sure the joints aren't floppy like Grievous, and they probably have a home run. It's really simple stuff. Yeah. Make sure the figure can stand on its own. Make sure it looks like the character. The real basic stuff, and people will buy them because they're big fans. But after the Grievous situation, I worry for those joints. But I hope they do for the people that love it. Sorry, go on. That was it.
Nah, I mean that's the thing, is like they do this. I like. Here's the thing, is like I know that Sideshow they're kind of just watching right now and they're learning. I think with that whole Grievous thing, they were like, you know what? Fuck that. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Dominica. Forget that. Like, we're not doing this again. We're not running into this again, because that was like literally the day that they released that, Will was like, yeah, Lael, take a look at this real quick. And then when he sent it to me, it was
Cancel.
right. We both were like, yeah, Lael.
I was like, nah.
Yeah,
nah.
I passed. I went on quick. And I was like, I'm not going to be a victim of that.
Yeah, no.
Especially when I saw somebody playing jump rope with the arm. Like somebody was just basically, I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm just, it's you know, it wasn't gonna work. So I think with them, like they just have a space where, you know, they want to let you know that they're still alive, they're still around. But I think that if they stick to something like this and stick with their statues, it's more of a space for them. You know what I mean? It's more of, you know, something where, you know, I think they could kind of thrive in. Anything else though, I think they should sit that out. You know what I mean? Sit it out, because you can give us mythos figures all you want, but if those things can't stand up over a long period of time, it's just like a lost cause. You know what I mean?
Literally stand up. Like literally stand
like
up.
Literally stand up. You know
just
what I mean?
do the basics. Make the figure be able to stand, articulate, and joints that aren't floppy. Really simple stuff. Like, so if they do that, they're probably on for winner. Like, you know,
is it though? Is it?
Yeah. So
because all the sideshow bodies like fall apart, don't they?
All of them, like literally, bro. And like literally, like they do. I mean, my Maul held up for a while.
Yeah.
But you know, again, there was a lot going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you see, like someone farts in Ireland and then a grievous falls apart in New York. Like, you know what I mean?
Just top.
Wow. Shane's on a roll tonight.
I know,
I'm not even trying. I'm just like
killing it.
Killing it.
So I have a question. And it may I came up with this question because I was just thinking about it. With so much stuff that's coming, and Will, you said that, you know, even with the statues, you know, you decided that you wanted to more so take back or delete or cancel one of your Loki figures to get the statue.
Yeah.
So the thing is, it's like we know now with the companies that are coming along, Queen Studio, you know, J&D, you know, we still have Hot Toys that's making a statement. You know, especially with that head sculpt that Queen Studios made that statement with that head sculpt they're releasing for the 1/6 scale the Batman figure. So we saw that, and we just saw basically a prototype of it unpainted, and it still looked good. Right. You know what I mean? But with that, I was wondering, and I would never ask this question to anybody. It was like, do you think, will you be torn when it comes to collecting in 2022? And what I mean by that is, it's like there's so much that we're still waiting on that hasn't dropped yet. And then there's things that we know that are in the works, and they're releasing all these prototypes. We see all these reveals, but then we see these releases. And then on top of that, right now, we're still waiting on releases that we have no idea whether it's going to look good or not, because there's been some of those situations where we've gotten to the prototypes. I mean, we've gotten to the production photos and we're like, nah, and we cancel. Do you think we're going to get a lot of that in 2022? Like, do you think that's something that we're going to see? Like, for instance, we're still waiting to see what Cable's going to look like. Right. We haven't gotten anything on that yet. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So do you think you'll be torn to the simple fact that if you're disappointed, you'll probably cancel it, or, you know, you're trying to make room for other figures? You think that's something that, you know, that would actually happen? I'm going to go to you first, brother Cousins. What you think, bro?
Absolutely. I definitely see that happening. And this, that's the problem. That's the problem when you're waiting too long and the lead time is just so damn long, till sometimes you can just fall out of love with a property, or something else comes along. Like, imagine somebody that's a big Loki fan and they see this Loki, and then they were going to get, a bunch of Hot Toys, or they were going to get something, and they were like, and then they see this Queen Studios piece, and they're like, you know what? Forget that. I'm out of 1/6. I'm going to do statues now. And then they'll just start canceling their pre-orders, or they just don't get the figures at all. So it has a lot to do with the lead time, and then also for pieces that are not, the prototype may look good, but if the prototype doesn't match, if the final product doesn't match that prototype, that can be a problem. Like I've been saying it ever since Queen Studios jumped into the 1/6 scale with their in-art line. It is no time for questionable head sculpts. Everything has to be on the money. The figures have to be on the money. But along with that, and the fact that with long lead times, like I'm looking at this figure, I'm almost done. I'm like, I don't even like. I'm asking myself, do I even care about this figure? And then the thing of it is, I have the older Loki figure from the first Avengers movie, and that's already pretty good for me. I was waiting for this one, but I've been waiting so damn long. So I'm like, okay, what else? You know, I didn't bought Joker. I didn't bought so many other things.
Right.
So I'm not even thinking about this. You know, it is paid off for me. It's paid off, so I'm getting it regardless. But yeah, it's just the lead times for these figures are too long. They have to get better with that. It has to be more of a 6 to 9 month turnaround. I know they're promising that now, but it's going to be, I think you're going to see a lot of people this year. You're going to see a lot of stuff sit. Like, I mean, not to go back and bash on Maul, but a lot of people were waiting for Maul. And then when Maul came out, it was like, oh, okay, it's all right. You know, it's that type of thing. So yeah, they gotta really come with it. They gotta come better with the release dates.
Yeah. Honestly. And the thing is, I bring this up. Will, I'm gonna pass it to you next on this one because I bring it up for a specific reason. And this is speaking for everybody on the panel who have actually ordered this figure. They put out the release date for it. They took everybody's payment and then refunded it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they pushed the date. That right there is scary.
Absolutely.
Because that's telling me that either it's just always been delayed, or Hot Toys saw something and was like, yeah, maybe not. Like, maybe not. Like, and that's the fear of doing something like that when you know that this figure was something that was supposed to drop, and now all of a sudden, and this is technically it's labeled an in-game release. This is the last of the in-game releases that we're waiting on. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
People throw out the Doctor
latest
Strange
piece?
Iron Man, which technically is, but it's not really. Like,
Nah. But this is technically the one that is the release. Like, that's the last of its kind for Endgame, and they delay it further. Does that scare you, Will?
a little bit. I mean, but I'm hoping that if they delayed it was for a good reason, that maybe they're fixing the head sculpt or something. That's the only thing I can assume. I mean, I thought the head sculpt was pretty good as is, but maybe it just didn't come out the way they wanted it. Or like you said, Leo, maybe there was a QA issue, or, you know, a QC issue rather, where, you know, there was something wrong with the pleather or something, or maybe some of the pieces with the helmet wasn't holding together or something, where they just got a little spooked and they were like, hey, like, this is going to be a bigger problem if we throw this out there. So that's the only thing I can assume when it comes to this figure in particular. But to the original question, like, will you be torn when it comes to collecting? I think so, because I think Hot Toys has given you the luxury of not having to pre-order, because the problem is if you pre-order, you're locked into something. So like, even with Loki, who I know I'm going to get, I pre-ordered too. And I had to eat a 20% NRD on that. So I mean, like, that's just something that, again, where like, had I just not pre-ordered, this was before the NOPO thing that everyone's doing now, including me, then like, I would have been fine. I could just be like, okay, I just got one and I'll get one. But now you're incentivized actually to not pre-order, because your thoughts and opinions should change so much over the course of a year or 2 years or 3 years in this case, right? So you might not, I'm still going to want this because it's Loki, but all the Spider-Man No Way Home stuff, like Marco said, that we were so hyped for 2 months ago, now we're just like, yeah, like I still want it, but like I'm not going to rush out and buy it like an ASAP and pre-order day one, whereas you might have if they had released a pre-order like a couple days after the movie came out, right? So just a little bit different of a time. So I would just say that collecting is very different now. Statues are different, obviously, because if they're limited or whatever, you kind of have to jump on it. Or even the Queen 3-day window thing, you got to jump on it. So it is what it is. But collecting is changing because, you just don't want to lock yourself into that anymore, because it's just, your opinions and feelings are going to change. You don't want to keep eating NRDs. So
definitely.
The formula has definitely, sorry to just jump in, but the formula has
definitely
changed, and Hot Toys is going to have to catch up. Because the whole formula of we put out a figure, we wait 2 years to 3 years for it, we take a pre-order, we get your money, and we roll. That's not going to work anymore.
That's not going to fly. It's not going to continue to fly. They're going to have to change and get back. They're going to do something, like, because really the excitement now, it is because they were in an era and they were in a space where competition wasn't as high as it is right now.
Exactly.
We have so many new collectors. We have people gravitating to these pieces, and then look, you have each year you have, New York Comic Con, you have SDCC, you have so many different, this year we got Celebration. You know what I mean? So you have so many different new collectors, people waiting to go to these places to see what's out, what's popping. You know what I mean? And you got so many different companies that are waiting in the wings, like Queen Studios, like, it's like somebody jumping over, like, yo, tag me in. Somebody tag me in real quick. They can't wait. They are like straight up. They want to get tagged. They straight up. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's this around right now, bro. There's a lot going on, and it's like I'm exhausted, bro. Like in a sense, almost. But which I'll move on. I'm going to say that to the next question, the last question. But Marco, like, what you think, bro? Like, do you think you'll be torn this year when it comes to certain things? Like, especially when you have, like, if you have a pattern towards what you collect, you have a vision, what you want in your collection. But it's just like now with delays, with not really knowing whether or not the head sculpts are going to be on point. It's like the skepticism right now with certain things is really high. So where do you sit, bro?
Yeah, this is a great question. And I think there's definitely going to be a lot of me being torn this year. As you mentioned, like, because of the delays, because of new people entering the market, like, I'm big on certainty. And so that's why I keep my spreadsheet, right? Like, I know what's coming out this year, what I anticipate buying. But then all of a sudden, Queen throws a wrench in that and saying, if they deliver that Joker by the end of this year, then that's another expense I wasn't expecting. So, like, part of me is very excited for the escalation, right? For companies competing and, hopefully that pushing them to have better, like, turnaround times and better quality. But I think because of the pandemic still, and lockdowns, we're probably still going to be facing those supply chain shortages. So I guess there's only so much you could really improve on. But yeah, overall, I think, I am worried that, it just leads to so much uncertainty that you really can't lock yourself in. Like Will was saying, you can't really pre-order too much because you just don't know when this stuff will drop, whether you're going to want it when it arrives in 2 years. I try to go for the evergreen things, the things that I hopefully will always love. Like, regardless of when this Loki gets in my hands, I'm going to love it. It's going to be, obviously going back to Avengers 1. So I think this is kind of an evergreen representation of this character. But it's just, it is a scary path, and it does make collecting a little less fun than it should be, right? Like, I think that's where the torn part comes in, because it, like, leads to anxiety with the uncertainty, and this should be a fun hobby and not like a cause of stress in your life.
Definitely, man. I dig that. Cam, where you sitting at, brother?
An idle mind is a dangerous thing, bro. And the longer we sit here waiting on these figures and waiting for releases, it just gives us more opportunity to cancel our NRDs and jump onto something else, you know? So
That's right.
the more we have delays and the more there's setbacks, it just gives more opportunity for the competition to jump in there and grab the money that is up for grabs, So it is scary, but it's just the way the market is now, I mean, with COVID and everything that happened and all these different shipments being delayed.
Yeah.
This is just where we stand
This is
now in
where we
2022.
sit, yeah.
So it's like nothing we can do about it. We could just try to move forward and see what comes out next.
See what comes. You know what I mean? We got to wait our turn. That's what I'm saying. Just wait and see what's going to happen. Focus. I know you have like a, your mind tends to, paint a picture, you paint such a clean and articulate picture when it comes to certain things, bro. I would love for you to chime in on this question. And, we have the world according to Will Foxification, but I want to create a segment called The Game by Focus.
Whoa, I like that. I like that.
Cool.
Good.
Will,
What's up?
I think I just committed to buying this figure in the last 5 minutes, man.
I'm so proud, dude.
Okay,
Wow.
You get an applause. You
I
get an applause.
don't have a Loki in my collection. And like, this is probably one good thing. One of the things, there's 2 points. One of the things I like about, I know it's okay, Hot Toys, 12 to 18 month guaranteed wait running. One of the things I actually like about that is it gives me a chance to stick that on a payment plan. Big fan of the payment plans. And I don't get hit with a massive bulk, and I can just chip away at it I like to stay liquid. I used to be, when I was younger, it was like, oh, I want to lock that in. I don't want it to sell out. Just commit and then live on beans and toast for the next few months. I don't like doing that anymore. So I like to kind of like just go, right, chip away. So I'll give you a perfect example. The Bat Signal, Deluxe Batman and Batman, I'm getting that. Haven't pre-ordered it, right? The Luke Skywalker Deluxe with the Battle Damage Dark Trooper, I'm getting that. Haven't pre-ordered it.
Exactly.
Because we can wait. Let's say if something is due to release next month, next year, that Batman and the Bat Signal, that's sometimes between April and September. I can probably wait, pre-order that in April on a payment plan, have it paid off before September. And we both know everyone knows it's not going to be out in Christmas anyway. You have it well paid off, right? So even though this was delayed, what's mad about this is I could probably pre-order that now in a payment plan and probably have it paid off before it gets released, despite the fact that it's supposed to be out this month. That's messed up. So there are definitely pros and cons. It gives you a chance to think. But Will, I don't have a Loki representation. I'm not the hugest fan, but I think Loki does go into that zone of it is an iconic character, also a villain, and also he's kind of like a character who's a villain and he's not a villain. He's up in the air, and I like that. Plus, this I was thinking, what am I going to pair this with? But this is technically the Avengers version, and I have that Mark 6 that everyone's crying out for a reissue. So this right next to that. Sorry, when I say pair, Marco, we don't really mean pair. We mean put in the details next to it, right? So there'll be like two different details, right? But I think I'm going to get this, and I also really, really like that muzzled look with the handcuffs. I think that's kind of cool. I think that's really strange. So sometimes delays can be a good thing. It gives you a chance to get your affairs in order, get it paid off with the payment plan, gives you a chance to think. So you actually end up choosing something that you're not going to cancel. So Brother Good Cousins point. Is right. The game is changing. There's no incentive to pre-order. You can just wait a year after an announcement, put it on a payment plan and still have it well paid off, and you're not getting that boom. So I'm going to send you the when I order this, Will, I'm just going to send you the screenshot.
That'd be amazing. I'll take it.
That'd be crazy. Riley.
Enabled.
He said enabled.
That's right. That's what we do.
Riley, man, what you think, bro?
Dude, this is a really good question. So, I mean, honestly, I'll say it. I'm already been kind of torn in this year with collecting because of all the competition that's coming. I mean, I have all three IPs. I collect Star Wars, Marvel, and DC, but I've questioned like selling all of my DC figures because I mean, with what Queen Studios is showing that they only have the Warner Bros. License. Like to me, this is my opinion, but if Queen Studios did like I have the Henry Cavill Superman, if Queen Studios did one, like this one just like wouldn't look good anymore to me if Queen Studios did one. So that's why it's hard for me that it's already tearing me apart because it's like making me want to get rid of an IP. That's what competition's bringing for me. But it's definitely interesting to think about. And another thing is statues. Like I'm interested in buying a statue. I want to get one at the end of the day, but to do that, I have to sell some of my collection to fund that. I can't just flat out buy a statue. And I've talked about that with Will and Carlos, how that's just how it works for me. Cause obviously I'm not spoiled. Like I have a job, all of these I've bought in. So whatever I'm funding for statues and stuff, I have to add money to that to counteract it. But it's definitely like a lot of fun and interesting to see this competition, but it does get you worrisome for the stuff you already have in your collection. And the thing about this Loki is another thing, like one of my good friends, he collects like 2 or 3 Hot Toys and he has this on order and he ordered it in 2021 and it just kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed. And then it said it would be shipped and then he got charged and then it didn't come. So like now he's just like, dude, do I even want this anymore? And like, think about people who ordered this in 2019, like 2020.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think about that. And he's just a new collector. He's like, I don't want this anymore. So
that's what I'm saying. Like
it's something that they need to change for sure. 100%.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It gets to the point where like you've waited for so long, and it's like, okay, why am I waiting? You know what I mean? Like, what am I? Why am I committed to waiting this long for a piece that I definitely may not see? You know what I mean? Like, you got to ask yourself that question because it seriously is, you know, one of those things like we just never know. You know, And that's the sad part. You know what I mean? Which brings me to, again, my next and final question is when it wants to pop up, that is there such thing as figure exhaustion? Like, is it a such thing that, where to the point where, again, not even with the delays, it's just that when you have too much of something that's dropping all at one time, or you have, like, say, for instance, what if, and this is hypothetical, Will, what if today, like, or yesterday, that they push the prototype out, or the production photos for the Hot Toys version, 1/6 scale Loki, and then the very next morning they drop this for pre-order. I was like, what if they did something like that to you? Like, would you be like, oh my God, like mind blown, like, okay, what am I going to do? Because then you got to make a decision. And sometimes you don't want to make the worst decision. It's just like tough. Like, damn, like this week for me has been crazy because, bro, like, I just got that quarter scale Mando in. I have Maul coming. I have a Shore Trooper coming. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm thinking about these things, I'm like, yo, I'm literally, because so much is showing up and I'm still behind on videos. You know what I mean? I'm still behind on putting content out for everybody to basically see, because I'm just getting an influx of different things at times where I'm just like, I wish it would have slowed down. So even though I didn't buy anything, it's just the prep period, the prep time, and not knowing when these things are going to drop that kind of sits you back. You know what I mean? What you think about that, bro?
Yeah, I do, man. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, because there is exhaustion in the sense that, like, there's so much good stuff coming out, whether it be statues or Hot Toys or Queen Studios and J&D's coming in the game soon. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff, 6 scale or otherwise, that's coming out. So I think there is a little bit of exhaustion. I think Hot Toys has kind of reached the point where we have trouble pre-ordering a lot of stuff we want because there's too many good options. So like I said, that's why the figures, like I said, like Gilgamesh or Athena, that, like, people might want those in a normal market, but in a market today that's extremely saturated, that's where it gets tough, because you're like, okay, like all the other stuff that's going to be coming out around the same time as those figures, like they're just going to be on the bottom of the totem pole. And those are the kind of things that are happening. So, even like I said, Leo, all the endgame figures are sitting, all of them, even Iron Man, Cap, all of them, like, and they're all falling in price. So like, it's just, I think we're just at a point where maybe we're oversaturated. That might be the better term for it, where we just have more than we could even want. Especially, like I said, people who are collecting both statues and figures like myself, that, like, you really have to make the tough decisions, because those statues, like you said, Leo, are not cheap. So if you're going to get that Loki, for example, then you got to give up a couple Hot Toys to get it. So I think we're exhausted in the sense that there's so many good options, but that's a good problem to have. I mean, I do feel like we're still probably in the golden age, so to speak, because we have everyone who, like, if you want something, it's probably out there. It's very rare that you have something that you want that isn't out there, because either third party made it or Hot Toys or someone else, right? Maybe there's like some obscure properties like video game stuff that I'm into that's not going to get made, but for the most part, a lot of stuff is getting made. So, it's a good thing and a bad thing. I think we're exhausted in a good kind of way, just overwhelmed with the amount of good options we have. But at the same time, like, that's why, like I said, I think it's just so important. And I think I've done it. We've all done it. Just tracking those purchases, knowing what you're getting into, following your pre-orders, because you can easily get in deep in over your head. Like I told you, that one point I had 15K in pre-orders. I was like, dude, I sat there and I had no idea, because I had never logged them. And then I went and logged them. I canceled like 10 things that day because I was like, dude, I had to. And then now my number is way lower than that. I'm super happy with it, because then if I do pre-order something, I pay it in full. So, so like I said, like, that's just my thing, because I just think it's so easy, if you're not, with so much good stuff coming out that that's eye candy that you're going to want to grab, and you're throwing out NRDs like candy, then, you want to look at that, because there's a lot of good stuff coming out, and it can get very daunting very quickly if you don't track it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like, definitely it is, bro. And it's like, it's one of those situations where you can't run from it. Like, you literally can't run from it. It's there, and you just gotta, kind of roll with the punches when it comes to it. Focus, man. Like, literally, like, have, so for somebody like you haven't been in the game that long, like you've been in the game long enough to know, though, that you've experienced a level of exhaustion. What do you feel about it, man?
I'll have you know, I bought my first Hot Toy in 2008.
What? There you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
But then I took a break until about 2017. I just
Gotcha.
heard 15,000 and I just had a shudder, Will, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And dude, I'm not a baller, but I'm not Carlos. I'm not a baller by any stretch. Like that, this was in my early collecting days, maybe like what, like a year and a half ago or something.
Yeah,
Like, you know, and
yeah.
like I would just was, you know, we get in this collecting, we get overzealous, like, oh, it's civil, you know, there's a new Captain America, and then there's like the Black Panther, and then this, and yeah, so it'll happen.
Yeah.
And I canceled a
'Cause,
bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so figure exhaustion, right? So I suppose there's two type of things really. The one thing is the financial side, like, so this is, I've said it repeatedly before, like I tend to stay in my lane, so I'll rule out certain IPs. Going, no, I'm not passionate enough about that. I didn't like that movie or that TV show enough, so therefore I'm going to rule that out. You know, and that's obviously great financially. So you're not going to get exhausted financially, but in terms of enthusiasm, I think, like I said it before, again, like I like to think of it as curating instead of collecting, because the 5 details you see in the background, that's it. You know, I do have an IKEA Millsbo in the living room, and have, you know, a few floating shelves, but that's it. There's no expanding happening here. You know what I mean? The choice are, if you get more in and you still want to do one figure per shelf, you rotate your collection, which I'm comfortable with, but some of them do
Yeah.
get boxed up. But then there's that little voice going, you paid $300 for that and you put it in a box in the attic. You know, it doesn't really make sense, but like that's just, you know, needs must. So so to avoid figure exhaustion, I think it comes down to buying what you really, really like. I think it all
Yeah.
boils down to that. If I was like, okay, I kind of like Clone Wars, I kind of like the prequels, I am going to get that Maul. Yeah, I'm going to get that. Yeah, I'm going to get that. And then I would see my collection is getting diluted because I'm not staying in my lane and sticking and buying the figures that I really, really like. And I tend
Yeah.
not to sell figures because I put the thought into not buying everything. There's certain things I'll admire. The day when the first ever live stream I did with you, Leah, you're talking about the DeLorean, and my words were, that is stunning. But I'm not enough of a Back to the Future lover to justify getting that.
To jump into it, yeah.
Exactly. So stay in my lane until you hit something like the Joker Rooted 2-pack. And now I've remortgaged my house, and you know, I sold my car, and I've maxed out 3 credit cards, but it's on the way. Smart. And I paid it off in full because I know life has this way of, like, if I didn't pay it off in full and I just paid the NRD, I get all excited about it. Yep. And on the same week, in the same day, in the same hour that drops, and I've got to pay the balance, that little engine light in my car will come on and go, hey, I'm broken. So right. That's what I'm worried about. That is right. So collect.
True, bro. That's the truth,
exactly
man.
What you're passionate about to avoid that exhaustion, I think, or take a break.
Yeah. Brother Cousins, man, how you feel about this, bro?
Ooh, it's a big one for me. Because I like a lot of things. Like, I like a lot of stuff from my childhood, a lot of stuff from the 80s, and then Star Wars, and then Marvel, and then I'm dipping and dabbling with DC. I don't have too much DC, but the DC stuff that I like, I like is like Batman, and you can go deep just with Batman. So it's hard, man. But I like what you're saying. Like Figure Focus was just like Shane was just saying. I think taking a break means a lot. That is the best way to go when you like a lot of properties, because I feel myself getting overwhelmed last week. I mean, I had a lot of stuff come in, a lot of stuff come in. I had it was like a box come in every day. It was crazy. And it wasn't stuff that I was just buying. It was stuff that I pre-ordered and stuff I decided to buy all at the same time. And it was just like, damn, I got to review all this stuff. Oh my God. I was like a little overwhelmed. Just being it's one thing to be overwhelmed as a collector. It's also another thing to be overwhelmed as a collector and a content provider. That's where it just gets crazy, because it's like, then you're on a schedule, you have deadlines. Like with Ahsoka, I got Ahsoka and I got the Ghostbusters. I'm like, oh, I really want to play with the Ghostbusters, but damn, I got to get Ahsoka. I got to get Ahsoka up and out, and and the Ghostbusters are going to have to wait. And they sat here for like a week. And my wife was like, you paid a lot of money, but you haven't opened it there? I was like, no, because I have other stuff I have to get to.
Yeah.
This is not only it's fun, it's a job on top of it. So it's a little different for us. But just speaking as a collector, sometimes you got to know when to bow out. Like we were
Yeah.
just saying, like looking at the Clone War that Clone Wars what's his name? Yoda, sorry. The Clone Wars Yoda. I can't. It looks nice, it looks good, but I have to stop somewhere.
Yeah. You got to know when to say, I'll fold.
You have to. It's very important. You have to know when to fold. And I say definitely take breaks sometimes, because sometimes it just gets a little overwhelming. And then when you go so deep with collecting and figures, and you start to look at like, damn, I'm not going out to eat that often, or I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just, my money is just being, or me, I'm just like, damn, I'm giving a lot of money to figures. I need to be doing something else. That's when it's time. When you start having that thought, it's time for you to just go and take a little break. Take a little break, rethink things. Or and what I've done, took a good look at my collection. I think creating your collection is the best way to go. What means a lot to you? I took a look at some items that I bought, and I was like, okay, do I really need this piece right here? No, I don't need that piece. I need this piece. What speaks to me? What is, my childhood? Okay, the stuff that I watched as a kid. Let me just stick with that stuff. Or I love Marvel. I have emotional connection to those movies. All the Avengers movies. Let me collect that. Anything else is, nice to have, but do I really need it? So you just have to know, when to fold them.
Yeah, bro, I couldn't have said it better, because it's the thing is and then you got to look at the simple fact that you end up gravitating to something, and you'd be like, and sometimes here, I'll say it this way, like sometimes it's okay to wait and maybe just sit back and look at certain figures. Like you might not, for me, like for instance, I didn't jump on the Grunts Shore Trooper automatically, because I had basically the other two, and I waited.
Why is Cable on the second page? I'm sorry, Leah.
He's on the
Iron Man on the first.
You typed in Cable and Jet Troopers practically came up.
Exactly.
Sorry,
you
sorry,
look at
Leah,
it,
like,
and you got to search it. But that's my point, because it's dropping down, because again, we've waited so long for these things, bro.
Yep.
Like it's crazy. But it's like, for instance, again, I didn't jump to the Shore Trooper right off the back, the Grunt. I saw it. I saw the price for it. I used some, credit. I got it for like $64, $68 shipped.
Yep.
Like literally. And I was like, okay, it's cheap enough for me to get it. It's something that I wasn't thinking about getting in the first place. So now I'm just, scoping those things out, those little small pieces that I can get at a cheaper price, because we are experiencing so much of a lull. And I know that I don't have too many much, on pre-order right now. But again, it's just one of those things where it's like I am starting to feel a tad bit exhausted, because it's like the waiting game. And then on top of that is just like the influx of things that we don't need versus things that we want and desire. You know what I mean? So it is like, it's just a mind game, when you think about that. Marco, you have a bit of control because of Gigi. So not all of us have that Gigi control, bro. How do you, I mean, so I know this is like a mute conversation for you, because it's like, well, I have like a control system. I got a panic button. As soon as you know what I mean? Like if I look at it and I'm like, just hit that panic button, and Gigi's like that, you don't need it. So there you go.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, that's perfectly said. And so I guess for those that aren't familiar with our channel, right, I have a tax that I pay towards our shared account. So for every figure I get dollar for dollar, I put in that same amount into our shared account for like vacations and shared expenses. And so that's kind of what keeps me honest. But even then, and that kind of came because I was spending so much money on my collectibles and kind of losing, balance and focus. So I think, like others have said here, the spreadsheet's important. Like you got to have that come to Jesus moment, tally how much you got coming. And, that's a sobering experience. And I one other thing I would just say, practice gratitude if you can. Like as collectors, these we're probably only intended to have like one or two figures of like our favorite. And, when you get into fanatics like us, we want them all. And so like practice a little gratitude and just look at your collection every now and then and see what you already have, sometimes. And this is easier said than done because, my pre-order list is not where I want it currently, but like it's so easy to get caught up on what's coming as opposed to what you already have in the collection. So I would say, the exhaustion is real from space, financial, and then just like having blinders on only considering what is incoming. But yeah, it does get to be a lot. So yeah, I think those are my 2 tips. That make sure that you're like financially contributing towards other things that are important, and then again looking at your collection and appreciating what you got.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, Leo,
think
oh,
you-
you're muted. You're muted.
the host is muted.
I thought I had it stunned with what
Yeah.
what I said.
Yeah.
I said, damn, we got him.
Yeah, I
know,
know,
right?
There was water behind me, whatever, flowing anyway. But no, that was good. That was, good word, definitely, man. Cam, what's your take on it, brother? With everything that's going on right now. I mean, I know you have, something that you stick to, a system that you stick to and figures that you stick to when it comes to collecting. Like, how do you deal with it, bro?
And that kind of keeps me in check, but it's so hard because you guys are all enablers. And literally, I'm on here talking to you all the time, and it's funny because the other day I don't even like scary movies, right? And I was talking to Riley, and I was like, "Damn, that Pennywise looked pretty cool." Bro. I
Yes,
I
Riley,
kind of like
bro,
that.
come on now.
Come on, yeah.
Damn.
Riley is a descendant of me.
It's
at
Will.
this point.
Yeah, it's
It's all
an
Will's
extension. It's
the
actually
mastermind.
Will.
He's the
Will.
mastermind.
It's Riley's
Yeah.
an extension of me with Pennywise.
Yeah. So Will's actually the puppet master.
Oh
and then
yeah,
he's like
pulling the strings.
he's just
bro.
pulling everybody in, and then we're
Yeah.
all like
Yeah.
extensions, dragging more people into.
Dude, I'm a
this
Loki.
situation.
Come on now.
There it
I'm
is.
Loki.
Yeah, there it is.
That's what I do.
Yeah, and the hard part is that we want to collect everything. Like everything we see, but we already know that when they drop things, they drop them all at the same time. Like on purpose. So honestly, it's just you just got to budget. You got to probably have a wife to check you. I'm there with you. Don't worry. But the bad part is my wife was watching Moon Knight and she was like, "You got to get that." I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, it's
Gotta
over.
have
I was
that
like, yes."
appreciation,
I was
too.
like, yes. I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
There
So,
you go.
yeah. I mean, you just got to pace yourself, honestly, because you want them all, but it's not Pokemon, man. Just
Exactly, bro.
just
It's
pace
definitely my
yourself. Pace
Pokemon. You
yourself.
gotta definitely pace yourself. Keep yourself, kind of humble. You gotta humble yourself, bro. You know what I mean? You definitely gotta humble
definitely.
yourself and not jump ahead of yourself. That's just the big thing, man. So that you're definitely right on that one. Riley, man, being the youngling in the group, you already said basically you have a system on how you collect, you work, you put stock into it. But have you ever felt like, man, I'm just already, it's just like too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I felt that 100%. No, like I've started collecting in like mid 2021, and to up to now, I have about like 34, 33 Hot Toys, and that's pretty fast to build up that much. And I definitely fell down the hole hard right when I got into it. But I mean, I was lucky that right now I don't have like any pre-orders or any NRD spent, so that's really good for me. But I mean, that doesn't change the fact that this is super important, because I've felt like this a lot of times where I've been like, okay, I need to slow down because this is starting to build up a lot. And you look at everything you're pre-ordering. There's like 2 figures, like one on the top of my head, like say you wanted to buy like Carnage and you wanted to buy Batman. That's already like, I think they're both like 600 shipped. It's like that's already $1,200 for 2 figures. Like that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So you have to really like take into terms with that. And it's definitely something you have to think about. And I'll go off of what most people were saying. You definitely need to create a spreadsheet. I actually have to do that myself because I need to look at my list, because that definitely helps everyone making spreadsheets. I got to do that 100%.
Yes.
And another thing is that you got to really, choose which path you want to go through, because right now I'm just buying everything I think looks awesome. And that's probably not the best way to do it. You got to have some sort of plan, you gotta do yourself, because sometimes you have to bite the bullet on stuff that did you like really want this at the end of the day. And I felt that personally. There's figures that are in my collection now that I'm like, do I really need this right now? Should I just sell it, get it out? I don't think I need this anymore. Yeah. And it's another thing is also just pacing yourself. You don't need to buy everything day one. You don't need to you need to pay something off, because obviously most of these figures are getting delayed. And another thing is most of them are just sitting in stock. There's countless things on Sideshow that a lot of people, including myself, that I thought they'd sell out, but they're just sitting there. They're sitting on Sideshow. So there's literally no rush to buy anything or impulse buy something. You should always just look at your finances and make sure that this is actually like sustainable to pull the trigger on, and
chill.
more important. Yeah, I'm chill. And also, like what you've said about like that Clone Wars Maul, like he's one of my favorite characters, but I just didn't like it so much in the final production, so that's like making me steer away from it. That's what you got to kind of do. You got to do that at some points because I really do want him, but there's other competition, there's other paths that you can go through to get that figure. So that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, this is true. And here's the thing: is like with that Maul, my conviction is that I already paid it off like months ago. Right. You know what I mean? He was paid off before year started. You know what I mean? Before year end last year. So, you know, that's the situation. You know what I mean? Like, I have these figures. Like, there's figures that I like. Literally, I was looking. I was like, damn, I forgot. I do have Moff Gideon. Damn, I forgot.
Yeah.
You know, I do have that. You know, that tank driver. I forgot. You know, I do have. You know, Bo-Katan paid off. Damn, I forgot I have Iron Man paid off. Damn, I forgot I have like all these particular figures that are paid off. But and it's like, damn, like when it's time to come, it's like, do I have? I mean, of course I have the spacing for it, but still, when you think about it, it's like way too much going on right now. And maybe it's because like tonight I'm just sleepy. but it could be. But I mean, I think that we do go. But then, you know, they drop something like they did last night, and you're sort of reinvigorated a little bit. So every time you know, you feel like, oh, there, you know what, I'm just about. Every time I think I'm out, they just pull me back in, like, you know what I mean, type of situation. So, I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. Like, we collect, you know, we love to collect these things, but we you know, it's one of those things where it's like you're in a relationship, and sometimes that relationship isn't perfect, and you just like, yo, questioning, like, damn, is this really what I want to do? Like, am I really supposed to be here? But then she cook you some food. You be like, yeah, I'm straight. You know what, man? I don't know why I was questioning that, man. Like, straight up, I'm good. I mean, you know, it was just
all I needed
me
was
thinking,
a good hearty meal.
Yeah, all I needed was a good hearty meal there, basically. But that's just how it is. Like, you know, Hot Toys sometimes will piss you off. You know, hence, you know, we're not talking about that Peacemaker right now as much as everybody wanted it. But then they follow it up a few weeks later with some dope. You know what I mean? But the Batman was like, yo, that was this talk. Because that was just hot. It's a hot figure, and we all want it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and then what they do to like last night, they gave us a sneak peek of something that we hope they bring us, but we just got to kind of wait and see. You know what I mean? So,
and there's nothing yet. No word of it yet. So,
not word of it yet. That's what I'm saying. So, I guess it's just like, so more so we're just waiting. So, we'll see. We'll see how it rolls at the end of the day. So, anyway, guys.
Oh, dude,
no. I don't know what has Leia frozen right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did my internet just go down?
Yeah, like
I know. I thought it was
all of our
me.
internets collectively went out at one time.
Yeah, we're all gone.
Oh no!
Am I the host now?
Yeah. Well, take over.
Am I the assistant manager?
Yeah, assistant to the manager.
Assistant to the regional manager. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. This is crazy. Do you guys? I don't know if you've seen some of my streams. Like sometimes I've been hosting and I like accidentally just like back out of the stream and I'll leave the whole panel there. Like I'll click the back button on my computer and I'll be like, "Yep, I'm gone." And the whole panel will be there.
You do it on purpose from time to time. Just get.
I
popcorn,
do. Yeah, just to fuck with them and see what they're gonna do. Yeah. But dude. Hopefully Lo comes back, because if not, we're gonna be live for another hour.
Anyways,
right?
Yeah.
So always gone. But seriously, guys, Riley, if you don't have a spreadsheet, bro, I seriously would.
I know. I gotta
it
do
really
it 100%.
I just started one because of Will, honestly. Yeah, and Marco as well. Marco's told me as well, so I was like, because I was over here talking about my money troubles with figures. I think the first show I was on, and I was like, man, I'm irresponsible. I said,
yo, I gotta get more responsible.
I said, let me get an Excel sheet. I said,
man, those payment plans, Cam, those payment plans are the way to go.
Yeah,
they are nice.
Like, if you like, right, so the lead time is say like a year to 18 months. He's back.
Yeah, my computer froze up. I don't know what the heck is wrong with it.
Is this quarter scale man or 1/6 scale man?
Yeah, I think it's a variant. It's a variant.
It's a variant.
It definitely is a variant, man. Y'all can hear me pretty good?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, cool. Yeah, my computer, stupid thing, froze up, man. I gotta this. You know, it's the Mac. It's the Mac life. You know how that is. So I had to grab. But yeah, nah, man. I mean, again, yeah, we're gonna close the show out, man. Thanks everybody for being here tonight.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Great show, great discussion, man. I hope everybody, you know, good conversation. I hope everybody actually kind of took that in and understood where we were coming from, man. I mean, but here's the thing. It's only Wednesday evening. Now it's going into like Thursday. Thursday night, we know something's going to drop, and our whole perspective is going to actually change. You know what I mean? Like, this is how it is. And I know once I get my ass some sleep, I'm going to be cool in the morning. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way it is, bro. But again, you know, shout out. Hopefully we get like another. I'm hoping that they give us that Moon Knight, or you know what I mean. If they give us that Jamie Foxx, Electro, then there's cause for some excitement. But I want to see that first.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing: I'm not going to pre-order it day one. I'm not.
Don't do that. Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be one of those. I won't pre-order day one. I'll wait until like I see the actual final product, and then it's because you might as well say it's going to be like 2 years until we get it.
Absolutely. It's going to be 2 years easily.
It's easily going to be 2 years until we get that piece, man. So I'm not stressed about it. I'm not going to worry about it, but it is what it is, man. Anyway, thanks, guys. Thank you guys for being here, man, tonight. 16 Fix, man. What you got coming up on your channel, brother?
Yeah, so we'll have another episode of the podcast I do with my wife Gigi. You know, we'll get her thoughts on this Razor Crest, which it's the HasLab one I recently unboxed. But you know, it's funny, she and I won't even talk about these things. We're like, save it for the podcast. So we'll be dropping that episode this week. And then we've also been doing, you know, different interviews. So we're going to be on a hiatus this month, but I know when we're back, Lael and Toya should be, you know, I think our next guest on there. So we'll set a date here soon.
That's
so
awesome.
So just try to get different perspectives on there. And now that Will has a boo, you know, Will, we need to get you on.
Yeah. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Well.
She likes to live under a rock.
I'm joking. That's not the criteria.
Well, what about the boo in the chat, my fan? I could bring her on.
Let's bring her on. Okay.
There you go.
Totally joking. But yeah, so we got some good content upcoming. And Lael, thank you again for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Oh man, you already know. I'm so glad you was able to jump on with me then. And I just did. You know what? I forgot that because I just threw you the invite. I was like, yo, I'm just getting him on. I'm not even going to tell him I'm just bringing him on.
That's perfect. Anytime you need me, let me know.
Yeah, definitely, man. So if you haven't already, man, 16 Fix, Instagram, YouTube, great content over there. Make sure you do basically follow that. Brother Cuz, what you got going on, man?
Man, once again, brother, thank you so much for having me. It's been awesome. Night as always. Yes. So I got a couple of things going. Shoot, man. Got a video, the top 10 figures I love. That video is coming out tomorrow. We're gonna be dropping that. Also tomorrow, we got another episode of Best of the Best. That's gonna be great. Yeah. Can't wait for that. That's like my big show for the week. We're gonna be doing that. Also I got a new show, Good Morning Grails. So we unbox quote unquote grail figures every morning, early as hell in the morning. I do it we're going to be doing it 2 days. We do Tuesdays at 8 a.m. and we do we're going to do Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. as well. The next one for this Saturday is going to be DX. What is that? I always get it wrong. DX13 T800 battle damage. So we're going to be going to that figure, taking a look at that of that figure and how good it is and how good it still is, even though it came out all these years ago. And I think that's about it for me. Also, I'm getting close to 2,000. I'm getting there.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
18,
hell yeah.
1840 something now. So
Nice.
I just need a little bit more. So once I hit that 2,000 mark, we're going to be doing a giveaway. We're going to be giving away Ahsoka. So
and baby oil? You're going to give away the baby oil?
And
Give away the
autographed baby oil.
Come on, man. There you
And
go.
maybe a code 45, but no, I think there's laws against that.
I don't think you can ship that.
Yeah. But yeah, we're doing that, and it's gonna be fun. But once again, man, thank you so much for having me tonight.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
Come on, man. If you haven't already, Brother Cousins reviews on IG and YouTube. So make sure you check that out. Get over there. Great content all the time, every day. So if you haven't already subscribed, make it over there, man, for real. Focus, what you got coming up, man?
Well, first of all, thanks a million for having me. Really appreciate it. It's totally worth kind of staying up late. What's nice is I've streamed with everyone on this panel before at least once, and I'm starting to get to know the personalities and everything, and starting to feel like a group of friends. So it's actually really, really cool. I really, really enjoy that. So what's coming up? Obviously, Collector Lounge International with yourself and Cam on Sunday. I think that's 12 o'clock Eastern time, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, so Irish time. I put up two videos today. One was just a teaser of the obviously the Electro that came out, and one is explaining how I got the rooted hair 2-pack for $724. I did go with Toys Wonderland. There's more to the story. I went with the Devil Incarnate, but I outline I outline all the different shops I was looking at. I outline did they have free worldwide shipping or not? Did they do little customs, import charges, favors without naming any names, and discounts and stuff like that. But it's well worth having a look. Like, but look, they're definitely a controversial crew, and hopefully I actually get it in the end. But that's up online anyway now. So if anyone wants to check it out, thanks for having me, folks.
Definitely, man. As always, again, if you haven't already, you know what it is. My man, 16 Figure Focus. You will see him on Collectors Lounge International on Sunday, so stay tuned for that. Real quick, we got a super chat from Ashley Chase, $7.99. Super stupid is. Thank you for that. Definitely thank you for that. Always coming through. Cam, Killer Cam, man, what you got coming up, brother?
Cool, man. Thank you again for having me. As always, it's always fun to be in the room with you guys, man. You guys make collecting fun. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
So I'm dropping a review for the Thor from Infinity War. I'll be dropping that this week, and then mine's short, bro. I'll be right back here with you on Sunday in Figure Focus at 12 o'clock for Collectors Lounge, Collectors Cafe. Oh, God.
Collectors Cafe, yeah. You know what? Hey, it is what it is, bro. We rocking Collectors Lounge International all day on Sunday. If you haven't followed Killer Cam on IG and YouTube, do it now. Will Foxy Feet, brother, what you got coming up, man?
Dude, I got Lights Camera Collect this Friday. That'll be fun. It'll be me and Kiko. So, dude, it'll be a fun 2-man show again. So it'll be really cool. And we should have a gaming stream tomorrow night. I'm pretty sure Carlos reached out to me and said we're going to do that. So Optical and Carlos and I, and probably Riley if he's available. So, we'll see. Riley's always working though, man. He's making all that money, bro. Buying Loki statues. So
dude, totally.
And multiple
not Batman.
Yeah, right. Not Batman, just Loki. So that and then Collectors Mingle will be on Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern as always. And I'm sure some of you guys will be on that one. I always get to have you guys. I'm so honored to have you guys on. And Lael, always honored to be here, man. So hoping to have a segment on the show hopefully next week. I started working on it, so it's just not done yet.
Ooh,
but so
we'll you've been slacking, man. You get them relationships and you start slacking on us, brother.
I know, bro. I'm slacking, bro. I'm slacking. On, you got to cut my pay. Cut my pay, dude. You have my permission.
Straight up, man. But man, thanks for being on, bro, as always. And definitely can't wait till next week. I can't wait till this weekend. Getting on Collectors Mingle. That's going to be fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't already, come on, man. Wolf Oxification. Follow that channel always. Last but not least, my guy, Riley, what's going on with you, brother? What you got, man?
Dude, quick thank you. Thank you so much for having me on, Lyle. It means a lot. I had a lot of fun tonight. You guys are awesome. But I did post a Pennywise posing video if you guys want to check that one out. I had a lot of fun with that. Nice. So you guys can check that out if you want on my YouTube channel. And right now I actually got this delivered. So I think I'm happy about this one. Advanced suit. PS4 Spider-Man. So happy about that one.
Nice. Great pickup.
Got a nice pickup there, yeah, for sure. So you'll probably get a video on that. I'm gonna be gone this week a little bit, so I will be back next week with KG, and we're gonna do some obviously Wonder Twins. Love doing that show. People like it a lot. Appreciate all of you guys who's tuning in. But thanks for having me on, Lael, and everyone here. You guys are awesome. Let's go.
Come on, man. Listen. Thanks for basically being here. Thanks to all these guys for being here. If you haven't already subscribed to 16 Fix, Marcos over there on YouTube, man, make sure you do that. Brother Cousins, 16 Figure Focus, my man Killer Cam, Will Foxification, Raleigh Reviews, Mr. One half of the 20% crew. Come on. What time it is again. Thanks everybody for being here tonight. If you haven't already subscribed to the 16 Scale Man YouTube channel, make sure you do that. I mean, we bring you the best, try to bring you the best content over here. but also we want to make it safe, safe and effective. I'll just say that, safe and effective, where you can actually come in, share your views, and feel comfortable basically doing it. And there's no pressure, no drama. That's what we bring here. And like I said, the slogan is hashtag make collecting fun again. That's what it is. And we do that. We trying to do that, make collecting fun again. And I think we did that tonight, even though my ass is tired as hell. Can't
Me too, bro. Me too.
Straight up, I am so sleepy. But again, guys, thank you for basically being here. Everybody out in the chat, thank you guys for basically being here. You rock. Again, just remember, you can become a member of the channel. Our membership is up right now. So some great stuff over there. Some great stuff coming up. I think next week I'm actually going to meet with a lot of people that are members. We're going to have a behind the scenes chat, talk about some figures, posing, and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. So yeah. If you haven't already, subscribe, become a member. We got some good stuff over here, man. But yeah, from all of us to all of you guys, thank you for basically being here tonight. We love y'all. Try to bring y'all some great content. We'll continue to bring y'all some great content. And always remember, still sponsored by my man, Nickel Wise. Nickel Wise, on the Scary Pleasures, always. And my man, brother Custom, with the slick back. But nah, man, we love you guys. Until next week. Peace out.